Yeah.
Wait. Okay, go.
Let me know when you're live, my man.
Go. I'm live, but I had to
All right.
click a button.
Welcome to Dice Not Driders. This is Kurell, Campaign 2, Episode 1. See? Got it this time. We're starting a new game with new players. One of the players isn't quite here yet, but we're going to just start. They're not being introduced right away anyway. So the adventure is going to begin. It is the 4th of Rio. It's kind of like the equivalent of our October, so it is getting colder. And our adventure starts with Venti. You've been traveling from Caston to Theolin with a group of traders. You just left a small city of Calden, which is right here. You've been about a day and a half ago with these new travelers, so you're about here.
Okay.
And last night, during your rest, you were attacked. All you remember are flashes of red eyes peering at you in the tent, and you were taking over and knocked out, and that's all you can really remember. You can't remember much beyond that. But when you awoke, no one was there. You've been there about 20 minutes, and you notice that the tracks of there's like tracks of scuffle leading back towards Keldon. As you notice this, you see two people traveling towards you. Two druids. It appears like they're nature-loving. Elsburn and what was it? Tarathi. My bad. Tarathi. I should probably keep my notes closer.
It was the 4th of what? Sorry?
It's the 4th of Rio, which is our equivalent of October. You do see these two nature, like rugged-looking people, not very city-known people, heading your direction.
Okay. I'm gonna try and hide then.
All right. You other two, you start as you're walking toward on the road. You see in front of you there is a knocked over, like cart and some like tents and stuff, all damaged. Go ahead and give me that stealth check for me.
Okay. And am I also hurt?
I will say you woke up. Go ahead and just do half HP for now, since
it was
sort
really
of
hurt.
Yeah. As you guys walk up, you don't see anybody at this moment, but you do see that it seems that this site has been attacked.
Can I roll investigation, see if I can pin down what happened?
Yes. By the way, just to let you know, Esbern and Tarathi, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys have been traveling for about 2 weeks together. You met in you just kind of stumbled across each other. You realized you were both like of the same mind. And you just began traveling together for the last 2 weeks.
May I ask, just in case for any RP conversation, what circle did you choose for your druid?
Moon. Circle the moon.
Moon. Ah, nice. Cool. I am of spores, just for conversational stuff. So, Anyway. Well, this looks to be a dire scene. We should probably look around to see if there's anyone who could use any help.
Absolutely.
Hey, sorry.
That's all right.
Okay. Should we make
Yeah, go ahead and give me if you can give me an investigation check.
Yeah.
I will help. So I guess give him advantage.
No, you can do it separately.
Oh, I can just do it separately. Okay.
Yeah. All right. As you guys are looking around, you see that it appears there's still a bunch of like grains. Actually, most of the materials are still there, but everything's damaged. But you don't see any people.
It doesn't look like it was done by bandits. All of the cargo is left mostly untouched, though a bit spilled.
Yes. I wonder if there are any survivors.
Let's look in the cart. So I'm gonna like walk over and kind of like start lifting back the burlap of the cover. That's, I guess it's either left. Is it on its side or is it just like still upright?
It's there was two of them. One of them's kind of only got like a damaged wheel, almost like it was just kind of done like they were trying to hurry up and get away, and it was kind of broken in the getaway. And the other one seems to be perfectly fine, like it doesn't even look ransacked as you go through it.
Okay, I'm pretty much gonna like walk up and like before actually pulling back the canvas, I'm gonna kind of knock on the wood base behind it, like, hello, is anyone inside these carriages? We're here to help. Anyone need any assistance? And I'm gonna peek inside, look around, people.
Just
I'll search the woods around it, see if any tracks, see where anyone might have gone.
All right. I'll just kind of carry over that stuff for now. You're kind of still scoping around. You don't really see anything. You do hear Venti him calling out for people.
Okay.
I'm still gonna watch them for a little bit longer, and if any of them get close to me, let me know.
All right, yeah.
All right. I'll probably look around for a little while. Then after a little while, I'll be like, well, I suppose it's a good place to have a mid-morning break while we wait around. Maybe someone will come back that could use our help. So I think if anything, we should at least hang out here for an hour or so just before we continue back on the road.
I agree. And then we'll take a short rest.
All right, so you guys take a rest for the.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a small fire, like right where the fire was, to like just that way in case anybody shows up and needs to warm themselves in this chilly morning, or if anyone needs to eat something or drink something hot, we can prepare that quickly.
Yeah, you start kind of cooking up food.
I'll open my books and start writing down what we just saw.
Yeah. So about 5-10 minutes have gone by, Venti. They seem to be kind of taking a short break, keeping an eye out as you're hidden there.
Okay. How, like, what are my injuries? I guess, was I stabbed, beaten?
You were knocked over the head. You pretty much just have a concussion. So.
Can I see if because I haven't really, I assume, had a restful sleep. Can I see if I pass out at any point while I'm hiding?
Yeah, just give me a Constitution save. See if you're. All right. Probably about 5 minutes in, you kind of you pass out from your concussion.
All right, then I'd probably fall forward out of the bush, or at least make a lot of noise.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and just roll me another stealth with disadvantage since you're kind of falling out to see if they see you. All right. So you guys, while you're camping there, you see Vinci. Go ahead and describe your character as they fall out of wherever you were hiding.
This person is still heavily cloaked, and then kind of like laying in front of them as they're face down. From what you can tell, it looks like a tail to be coming from underneath the cloak of some sort, and in front of them lays like a mask that it's plain white and has like accents of red. It has two fairly large red horns that accompanies like fox-like features on the mask itself.
Okay. I close my book, stuff it in my backpack, and run over to them.
Yep. You run up to this what they just described, and you see them kind of laying there on the ground.
Do I see any bleeding wounds?
Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Okay. Where is my medicine? There it is.
All right. Okay. With a natty 20. Natty 20. You realize that this person was attacked, and it looks they have a deep cut in their head, and they also look like you know that they are having a concussion right now. You also know it's not great for them to be sleeping with a concussion.
Okay, then first I'll cast Cure Wounds on them.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
Nice.
Very good. That's a good roll.
I
And
had on the
then-
wrong one.
Second?
I had on the wrong track of music. Oh yeah, that's a good roll. I will say go ahead and give me another con save. You do heal 8. We'll just see if you kind of gain consciousness. All right, yeah, I'll say you gain consciousness as this person heals you. You see, and I guess you can go ahead and describe yourself now.
So
Okay.
as you were checking her, you noticed that when you pulled down her hood, she had fox-like ears with long red hair, where kind of the edges are all braided in different like braid strands. So she has like some straight long hair and then like groups of braided hair in between. She has a very young-looking face. Probably not much older than 18. She has a reddish peach color, so not kind of like a humanoid tan, more like a light red, if you will, tint to her skin. And then atop of her skull, she has 2 very small like horn nubs. That's
Okay.
The rest of her outfit that she's wearing, as I assume you probably rolled her over to help her, she's wearing
Yes, I did.
like an armored kimono style that is colored like red and orange. And she has long like gloves on that go up to near her elbows. And then like pretty much no like lower body or upper body skin is showing, minus what her face is.
Okay. When you gain consciousness, you see a dark-skinned man with a thick beard and a shaved head, wearing long, shabby robes, they're brown and green robes that are covered in mismatched pockets that look like they were roughly sewn on by an inexperienced sewer. I'm not gonna get that part now, but he carries a quarterstaff that looks like it's carved with a bear's head on the top and a clawed foot on the bottom. His face is slightly scarred, and he wears a dark green hood that seems to be hiding his eyes. On his hip are 2 flasks that jiggle when he walks. It sounds like you can hear something in them. And yeah, that's what you see.
I guess when she comes to, she'll kind of look up and get like visibly scared at first, and kind of like crawl back away from you and kind of put her hand on a blade at her side.
It's all right, friend. What happened to you?
I was attacked.
Do you know by what?
Something with bright red eyes.
Can I roll a check to see if that might trigger something for me?
Yeah, you can roll me a nature check. See if you know anything in the nature with red eyes in the area.
Nope.
Nothing you can think of now.
Was the
What?
thing that attacked me, like, was it like big? Can I tell the size of it?
It was a smaller size.
Okay, like small.
You know, there was
humanoid?
just yeah, they were humanoid. They were smaller, but it was dark, and they kind of attack you. Multiple attack you at one time.
Okay.
So you're kind of swarmed.
So she's
Well,
listening. Her tenseness kind of goes down a little bit. She lightens up her grip off of her sword.
it's okay. We have food, and whatever was here is gone. And you have company, so just come join us by the fire. We'll talk, figure out what's going on.
Okay.
As soon as I see him kind of helping her out, I'm going to start brewing some tea over the fire. Start, trying to make things a bit more comfortable.
Yeah, as you look over, go ahead and describe yourself, Elspert, as they look over and see somebody making tea.
For the most part, he's an unassuming-looking half-elf. He's got short brown hair, clean-shaven face. Well, he's half-elf, so he barely grows anything anyway. He's wearing all green traveling robes, but he does seem to have a lot of jars kind of around his belt of different odd plants growing inside them, small little terrariums, little sample jars. He's got a plain leather backpack. He's got a green traveling hood that is kind of mossy green and faded, kind of tattered at this point. And yeah, kind of a plain looking elf, other than the fact that he seems to have some almost dusty looking cloak and some sample.
Okay. So you see this other young looking elf, doing some tea.
Okay, I'll stand up with Dorothy and walk over with him. Still like hand loosely, like not gripping the handle, but like resting on it. Still kind of skittish, but more trusting than untrusting.
I will, when you sit down, I'll ask, would you like tea or would you like some whiskey?
Oh, I've never drank before. I guess I'll have tea.
Okay.
Here you are. Then I'm gonna look over at Torotha and be like, "Do you really think whiskey would be a good idea? You did say she had an obvious head wound."
Oh, I totally forgot about that. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna kind of laugh at that. Then I'm gonna just kind of like grab the offered flask of whiskey and take a nip, and then hand it back.
May I ask what you're doing here?
Oh, well, I'm just traveling on the road, kind of seeing where the road takes me and experimenting and studying various forms of fungi. I've been studying the unusual life form that is. It's an unusual organism, and it's important to understand nature.
I ran into Elsburn a couple weeks ago. I left my tribe to see the world and get some adventure, possibly run into more beasts so I can study them and study their anatomy. And we met on the road and we've just been traveling together since then.
Well, our goals almost line up. You wish to see and study more animals. I wish to travel the world for the purpose of seeing and studying more fungus. So, if we travel together, we're most likely to encounter more unusual animals as well as plant and fungus life. So, here we are.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Also, Tarathi and Elsburn, you guys have never seen a person that looks like this. You know, they have like part animal, like ears. So it's pretty unusual. Very, very unique. Very different.
You seem rather unique yourself, Venti. Could you tell us where you're from?
I didn't tell you my name, but
Oh, sorry.
That's all good.
I'm used to people. I'm used to characters being polite and introducing themselves, but yours never do.
Dog? Were you trying to say dog? Well, let me give you my life story now. She'll pull her hood back up and like kind of tuck everything back in, horns included, and no offense, I don't feel safe saying right now. Usually I have a disguise on. You're the first in many months to actually see me like this.
Understandable. Everyone has their secrets.
Of course.
As you said, my kind are a rarity, so evils tend to find rarities like me very attractive.
Well, for now, just drink some tea. And were you traveling with this caravan by chance?
I was, yes.
Well, as I don't suppose they're going to need it much now. I could probably dig around in that and find something to make a nice big meal for us. You seem like you could really use one.
Yeah, I'm not sure what attacked us. It wasn't very big, though, but its red glare just sticks in my head. It came in numbers, large numbers, and attacked us.
Can I roll a nature check to see if I know of any small humanoid red-eyed critters?
Yep, go ahead and give me a nature.
Tractor will write down what she said.
21. There's not many. You know that there's small humanoids like goblins, but they usually don't have red eyes. Kobolds, they don't really have red eyes. But nothing for sure. But you know there's a lot of smaller humanoids.
Were we attacked with weapons or like physical bodies?
It was definitely weapons.
Okay.
So you know that
Well-
you know it was a humanoid of some nature.
And they did use some sort of weapon. Clearly,
Well, my mind immediately goes to kobolds and goblins. However, they left the supplies, and no offense, we haven't been eaten. So I don't think it's
Yeah.
either of those. They also don't usually have red eyes. So
can I see if
This
I
is odd.
remember anything about the night? If I really focus hard on trying to remember?
Yeah, go ahead and give me like an intelligence. I'll say with disadvantage because concussion.
Intelligence or history?
Get history will work. Yeah,
Disadvantage. Okay.
yeah, disadvantage for now since it's just happened. You're kind of still waking up.
9.
All you know is while you were sleeping, you heard a noise. You got up and you kind of poked your head out, and that's when you got hit by more than one creature.
Yeah, you can kind of see her straining, and that's really all I can remember for now. Was there anything of importance with this caravan? Like
You
what
know that coming from Caston to Tealin, often you've been with them for 26, 28 days, something of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that it was some sort of peace agreement, was some stuff in there, but it was hidden among. You would know that.
This wasn't a. This was a pretty major caravan, though. It doesn't. It's more than what it appears. There was a treaty involved here. Do I remember? Was I ever aware of where it would have been?
I wouldn't have told you, but you do know that they kind of spoke in whispers and you'd overhear them, but as soon as you'd come around, they'd kind of stop talking about it. So it was more of like a you heard by accident sort of thing.
I did overhear them quite often talking about it, so there must be papers here somewhere. And I'll get up and start looking.
Question. What do you consider concussions to be a condition in this situation?
Yeah, I'd consider it a concussion or a condition. Yeah.
And I can help you with your head trauma if you wish before you start looking.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I'm just very rash and wouldn't want to see the hard work that they were humans. They were really proud of it, though clearly somebody did not want them to complete what they were trying to do.
Then I'll go over and put my hand on the shoulder and cast Lesser Restoration.
I believe that does one condition, right? If I remember correctly.
One condition, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say that your concussion kind of like you have like almost like a heaviness that you feel, and when he touches you on the head, it kind of just, that's why I said head mood. Goddamn, it kind of goes through you and it relieves.
Okay. Nice. Thank you for that. I feel a great weight lifted. I feel like I can see straight again.
You're welcome. Any way I can help.
All right. I'm going to do detect magic and see if I detect anything nearby.
All right, go ahead. Can I go? Okay, nothing's going to be beyond 1 foot of stone. So, you do see that in the lead cart, the one that wasn't even touched, there is like a magical glow coming from near the center of it.
So you see Vinti like pull out a lyre out of her bag, and then she like strums one of the strings on it, and She like looks around, and you can kind of see her eyes glow a little bit. You said lead cart.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll go over to where I sensed it and kind of dig it out or whatever if I have to.
Yeah, I mean, it lasts for 10 minutes, so you can literally walk right up to it. You see it, and you do see that the magic is abjuration, I believe. Let me make sure. Yes, abjuration.
Okay.
Yeah, you get to the cart, and you see, like, on top of it, they have, like, a bag of flour, a couple crates of, like, random assortments, and you kind of move them aside, and there is a lockbox underneath them, kind of underneath this giant, like 2-3 pounds of like 2 or 3 10-pound bags of that stuff just sitting there.
So I assume it has a lock on the lockbox itself.
Yeah, it does. It is locked.
Okay. Does it look like it would be big enough to hold papers of some sort in it?
It's about the size of like a normal sized chest, about 10 pounds. It could definitely hold papers, if not more. It's quite heavy, so there's probably more than papers in there.
Okay, I'll grab that and I'll bring it over. Do any of you have some sort of tools or anything that could possibly get this open?
No,
Unfortunately, I
I'm
do
sorry,
not.
that's not my
Not
forte.
no. No, same here.
Any magic of sorts?
I don't believe. Let me can do that.
Could of course try to smash the box, but I don't think he wants to do that.
So the box itself is magical, or something inside the box is magical?
I would say like the chest is actually metal, and it appears to have like a abjuration
Magic on it?
magic on it.
Okay. The chest itself seems to be magical. I don't know if there's anything inside that could be magical either.
No, I have no lock picks or anything small and tool-like enough to even attempt. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, I do not. I can't risk using my own tool or my finer tools to open that.
That's fine. Maybe there's a key. Could you help me look for it?
Of course.
Sure.
Alright,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look around for a key.
So either Venti, you can roll it with advantage, or everybody can roll an individual check. Just decide before you roll.
I think
Intelligence check?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Investigation. Okay.
I think we can all three roll one.
Sure.
All right. As you guys are going through, you guys don't see any key. You do find other weapons. Nothing magical. Some shields, some, just typical like protection stuff. Seems like none of it was used. Like they attacked when everybody was kind of sleeping.
I'll grab the shield just to have it.
Yes.
Right.
My current shield is pretty battered. It's made of just planks of wood. Is there a nicer shield here?
Oh yeah, these shields are much nicer. They all do have like a symbol on them. I'm not sure how religious you guys are, so go ahead and give me a religion check if you guys notice what.
I have been traveling for about a year.
My rolls are not good this game.
Jeez, I'm
Yeah.
doing pretty good.
I mean, you got that first natty 20, and then they were like, you know what?
Yeah,
Nah.
I wasted the nat 20 on
Yeah,
that.
yeah. They're like, nah. You do see that you see Lillian's symbol, the goddess of life, Ellisburn. You do see that on all the shields.
There's some kind of religious movement moving through here. These are all the goddess of life. Iliad, you said? Ilia?
Huh?
Ilian.
Lillian.
Lillian.
Yeah,
Lillian.
Lillian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lillian.
These are all
Sorry.
of the goddess of life, Lillian. So whatever movement was passing through is of the religious nature.
And with your religion check, Venti, and you're traveling with them, you do know that Castan is a very religious magic. They do have like almost like a mage school, but it's for like gods. You know, they specialize in religion and pretty much almost like clerics, paladins, things of that nature.
You said it in Calden?
Yeah, in Castan,
Oh, Caston.
because that's how long you've been with these people.
Right. Okay. I have been with them for a little bit, and I did talk them up a little bit, and I've been doing research of the outside world, and I have learned that Caston, where we had met, they have a recruitment essentially of religious people, and they train them in the religious arts.
Interesting. Do you know any reason why people of this order may be attacked?
Well, if what the whispers were true, if they were really trying to bring a treaty of some sort, then maybe somebody got wind of that and didn't want to and wanted to stop it. I do fear for them, but I am hurt, and maybe we should continue towards Teolin, where they were headed, and maybe what is in this here. This is the only thing magical that I can sense, and this is a magical lockbox that is also locked on top of that. Clearly something of importance is in it. I doubt they would put a bottle of wine or something insignificant in something like this.
Yes, but we don't know. We don't know exactly who to bring it to. Should we bring this to the local temple? Or should we bring this directly to the town officials? We're not entirely sure who this message is intended for.
Do I know any of that click from what I overheard, or?
I mean, you do like you only overheard that they're bringing the treaty to Thielen. Based on I can't remember what role you had for that.
13.
I think it was a 13.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you would really know who you're turning into.
I mean, we could always start with the higher ups. I'm sure if it was a treaty of some sort, it would have to be somebody of significance.
True. Yeah. Then again, I don't think it would be too much of a problem if we take a treaty between religious factions to a governing body by mistake first, and then bring it to the church afterward. I don't see that would be too much of a problem. The town should be aware of any religious treaties going on in their town regardless, so...
Yes, I doubt there would be any callousness between a religious sect and the heads of the city. I couldn't see such a thing. It would feel silly to me.
While they're talking, I'm listening, but I'm thinking I need to mark down where this caravan was attacked. After traveling in this area, can I make a check to see how much I remember that I could draw a map?
It depends on if you've been have you been drawing a map this entire time or
I was gonna do a quick sketch.
If you've been sketching, you can give me, I guess, if you're trying to remember, it'd be like an intelligence check to kind of remember the landmarks that you've seen beforehand. But if you've been doing it along the way, you can kind of give me like a dex check to see how well you've been doing it.
I wasn't thinking about it the whole way. I'll do an intelligence check.
Do I remember how long it's been since we've left Calden? How many days?
It's been like a day and a half. Okay. So.
Ooh.
Pretty good.
20 on my intelligence check.
Yeah. You can remember. You could definitely make the map of where you've been. You've came from the southern area and you've worked your way up, just following the roads. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'll mark down where this where this occurred, so we can remind people. I can give it to people that they in the town that they can come back and retrieve the stuff if they need to do that.
Maybe we could just head back to Calden. It's only about a day and a half journey instead of heading all the way to Tioland, which is days.
It'd be about 7 days, give or take, depending on traveling conditions, things of that nature.
Pretty close to a little less than a week travel out there. I think it'd be smarter if we head back to Calden. I at least know where this caravan came from that I hitched onto.
That would be fine.
That way we also don't give this to maybe the wrong people. Maybe it isn't the papers that they wanted, and maybe it is a powerful item. We wouldn't want to give it over to anybody that it shouldn't go to.
Yeah, we have a magical item in the box, and the instructions on how to operate it safely are elsewhere. It's possible.
Yep.
I think that's what I'll do. Did you care to join me? You seem not like you have much on your hands, and company would not hurt. I have not met people like you either.
Well, I'm but a simple traveler. I have no problem helping accompanying you to your destination.
I have just been wandering. This will give me purpose. I'm happy to go.
And I'm sure they could reimburse of some sorts for your troubles.
I feel like whenever we're told reimbursement, me and Dorothy both look at each other and be like, kind of like snicker, because we both like, we're pretty much woods hobos. Like,
Don't get me wrong. The gold's always nice, but
All right. So you guys kind of pack up your stuff and go ahead and either each of you can give me a survival, or you can give somebody leadership of the direction.
I feel like I'll let Dorothy lead this one.
you sure you want that?
Why do you have a bad survival?
No, I do have poor survival, but I also have really bad rolls.
I'll go ahead and take the lead for now because I seem to be doing pretty okay. I'll give a survival check.
I did just come from there. I could lead us back.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
we'll
true.
let you lead.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can both give me one if you want to kind of. All right.
I'll
19
do
survival.
Well.
18. All right.
Oh, wow.
So you guys kind of, as you're packing up, you do notice like the tracks leading back kind of towards Calden of like what looks like bodies being drug. And you start heading towards that direction. You continue onward. You begin traveling. And everybody go ahead and give me a perception check, actually.
All right.
All right. Probably about 20 minutes on afterwards, Vinci, you do notice like on the left side of your path, just on the edge of your eyesight, you do see like something odd.
Like, is it moving with us?
It's not moving. You just see something like an odd sight on to your left. Like it's not it's no natural colors. To your left. Probably about 100 feet.
Okay. I was seeing if I had any magic. Okay. I'll just kind of look at the other two. Keep walking though. Look over in that direction, and she'll like lean her head like she's stretching a little bit. There appears to be something out of the ordinary. That definitely is not in this area.
All right.
As they pointed out, you do see it as well. At 100 feet, it's kind of difficult to tell, but it is like kind of widespread. And actually, with a 19, you also notice that there are like drag marks coming from like the road into like this area.
And
should we investigate?
I'll stop and point that out. This could be where my group was taken. There were young among them, I believe. We should possibly check it out. I would hate to see what these creatures could do.
It sounds like a good idea. Let's all
Yes.
just limber up real quick, and I guess we should investigate. He starts doing like some deep squats, holding his staff out next to him, kind of like.
That's right. He looks at you a little bit and goes, and just takes his staff and said, "Okay, hurry up."
You're gonna hear Venti kind of hum a mystical tune, and then, oh, I guess that doesn't work. Healing word.
As you get closer, you're probably about 50 feet at this point. You start to see movement of two people kind of digging around, like not like digging around, but like looking around.
2 people.
Yeah, you see 2 people.
Okay.
Like humans, or
Anything-
You are 50 feet away. They are humanoid. Backs are turned to you.
about the same size that looked like they attacked me? Can I tell?
These look like normal sized people.
I guess we'll try and stealth. I'll look to them actually and be like, stay here. I'll be right back. And you see her like put up her hands and then all of a sudden disappear.
Oh, well, I was going to suggest one of us go up and the other 2 stay hidden, but
Yeah.
well, this works.
Visibility.
So Venti, you turn invisible.
Yep. And I'll try and stealth up closer.
All right, go ahead and roll stealth with advantage. And what are the other 2 doing?
I'm
since
going
I'm
to
waiting, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm going to brace my staff and get ready to cast Chalet, or how do you pronounce that spell?
Oh, Shillelagh or whatever. Whatever the heck that. Whatever the hell that is.
Yeah.
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh, whatever.
It's Irish cane of whacking.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
actually
yeah.
gonna get ready with entangle, but as I'm sitting there prepared, I'm going to immediately start a whispered and annoying conversation that Torthi has probably heard too many times about the fascination with mycelium.
You would know that if you're holding a spell, if you don't cast it, you will lose your spell slot.
Oh, okay.
So
in
you
that
would know
case-
that because you are level 3. So if
In
you're
that case,
holding
I-
a spell, if you don't use it by the end of that, you do use the spell slot still.
Okay, then I will instead hold Shillelagh instead because.
All right. You roll an 18 and you start sneaking up, and you see 2 individuals, and you kind of creep around a tree, and then you see a third. And you see Yais, Junshu, and I never asked what your name was because you kind of joined. How do you pronounce your name again, Toast? Is it
Terathane?
Terathane? All right, and
you
Terathane.
can-
So
You can just call me Tara.
okay, Terath. All right, that's fine too. So you do see you see 3 individuals. They seem to be looking at these bodies. And you guys, I don't think any of your passes is above 18. So.
Nope.
All right. Okay. All right. So yeah, you don't see this invisible person coming towards you.
I'll draw my blade silently, and I'll come up behind whoever looks to be the smallest.
The shortest is definitely Thera. They are dwarven. The other 2 look like normal human size.
Dwarves are still pretty beefy, though.
Yeah, they're thick. Yeah.
Who looks the weakest, I guess?
East is very thin.
Okay, I'd probably.
Jinshu's kind of thin too.
But Jin probably looks
but
ripped.
He probably looks more muscular though.
Yeah, Jinshu's 6'3" and muscular.
Okay, yeah. You
I'll
definitely don't look
slowly
tiny.
creep up behind.
Oh, I'm tiny. I'm only 6'3" and muscular. No big deal.
I'll stealth up behind Yeast, and then as
East.
I
Before this goes on any
East.
further, East.
East.
I'll sneak up behind East and then blade, not touching the throat, a decent a bit away, not to show I'm here to kill, and then she'll drop her invisibility. Because I assume the bodies I see are the ones that I recognize.
Oh yeah, once you get close, you do recognize that they are your comrades.
Okay.
At least at first notice, that's what you notice.
I'll get up behind him, drop the invisibility, and you have like a large katana, like not to your throat. You can still look down and see it. There's a decent gap. But she'll like do that and be like, "What did you do with them?"
Okay, you three, you have just stumbled upon this body. You literally just got here. You have been traveling from the north, almost from the Jagged Keep, but you went around the peaks and came down south, and you just came across this and went to discover it.
Well, we just found them this way.
Does the short one have red eyes?
I don't think so. Do you have red eyes?
No, I forgot to set my eyes. Oh, fuck it. No, I have green eyes.
Okay.
Green eyes. Definitely not red.
I'm gonna insight check and see.
All right,
if
go
I
ahead and
believe them.
insight, and go ahead since you're in it and you're and you did look around. Go ahead and give me perception as well.
Oof.
Insight. Why would they lie to you? As a perception, you do see along with these bodies, there are small creatures as well.
So with a natural one, I don't think they're lying, or I do think they're lying.
With a natural one, I mean, you just think that why would they lie to you? They have no reason to lie to you. You
Okay.
kind of just take their word as the truth and nothing but the truth.
I'll slowly like move the
can't
blade
handle the
away
truth.
from your face, like gently, and then like put it back in its sheath. And she'll bow. I'm so sorry. To be introduced this way. I was just traveling with them. 1 second. She'll turn around and wave Iceburn and Tarathi towards her.
And the amazing thing is, when you're picking fungus, you don't actually destroy the mycelium. It can just keep growing from that. Yes, we're coming.
Tarafi's taking notes the entire time this is going on.
As you bow and say that, East is gonna bow back and be like, "It's perfectly okay. This is a very disturbing scene. I can imagine being on edge, especially if these were your comrades."
They weren't really my friends, more of my traveling companions, I guess. I hitched a ride with them a little less than a month ago. So I guess they are somewhat friends. Sorry, my name is Vinti.
I am East. I am Jin.
My name is Elsburn. It is very nice to meet you all.
My name is Tarathi. Wish we could meet under more pleasant circumstances.
Yes, quite.
Do any of you need help or any of you hurt?
No, we just stumbled upon the scene. We were trying to investigate ourselves, and so far we've come up with nothing.
Then at that point, Tarathi's going to get a look. Some of the small creatures are there, and they kind of match the description of the things that attacked the cart.
You can go ahead and give me an investigation, as can everybody else, since everybody's been now here kind of looking at the bodies.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely do that as well. Actually, can I look at it?
Natty 20 that nobody can see because you whispered it to me.
Natty 20, just so you all know. Natty 20.
Okay. Can I do
25.
a nature check
I
on these
can't see it,
creatures?
doesn't happen.
It
happens.
Yeah, you can give me a nature check to see what type of creature this is instead of actually looking to see what happened.
Oh, darn.
Either way, I would like to take one of their bodies and really examine it. Maybe do open a fresh page in my book. Maybe do some dissections and see if I can figure out how they what I can figure out about their anatomy.
Ellsburn, since you had a previous role that was kind of pertaining to this, you do know that they are kobolds. But kobolds usually don't have red eyes. East, right? Okay, East. You since you've been here for maybe 5 minutes, and as you've been looking around, it appears that all these bodies were drug here. That they're kind of like in bags, kind of being dragged. You cut a couple open. They're all slit throat, dead. And you see, like, also around the bodies, there's kobolds dead. And I mean, that's pretty much what you see. You're kind of confused. Both parties seem to be dead. It seems like these small creatures were dragging these humanoids here for a reason, and they were then killed.
Something is very strange about this scene. The creatures seem to have dragged them here, but the creatures are now dead, so there's something
killed the
strange going
creatures.
on here. Yes, exactly.
Do you think it's possible that these kobolds were left as proxy to fit the description, so to speak, of the assailants, to make it look like a mutually assured destruction sort of thing?
It's a lot of foreplanning for kobolds.
Well, I mean, the kobolds used as proxy, but who would capture kobolds for such a outlandish plan? They're not exactly the most ruly of creatures.
They're also not hard to just whack over the head and kill.
Well, they certainly whacked me over the head and had a lot more strength than what they appear to have.
And can we see that they have red eyes?
As you open up one of their eyes are no longer red.
You did say... No, did you say that their eyes were red?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
You do see that Tarathi? Yeah, Tarathi was checking their eyes for a specific color.
I would look and... It's good. I mean, they definitely fit the size of the creatures that attacked, but their gaze was red. They pierced
There's
through
nothing...
the night. It was very creepy.
And it's around it's daytime right now, yes?
Yeah, it's daytime.
And they attacked at night, so...
Yeah, they attacked at night. It's very early in the morning, like sunrise. People just kind of getting off the road, traveling.
Maybe their eyes will only shine at night, for whatever reason.
Ellsburn, you had a natty 20 for kobolds and goblins earlier, so I'll say that you do know that they don't glow red at night.
Actually, no. Their eyes act more like cat or dog eyes in the dark. They have more of a metallic green sheen in the dark. Sometimes a yellow, but never red. Not that I've ever seen. So this is very unusual.
I don't got a whole lot of brains, but can any of you tell how long these fuckers have been dead?
Oh, that is actually a very good question.
Yes, that is a good question.
Do they see bodies seem stiff, like they've been dead for over 12, 24 hours or anything like that?
As I guess you guys start checking the bodies. Some of the bodies are still, I wouldn't say like warm, but they're definitely haven't been here more than a couple hours.
Oh. Well, these seem to have been killed around the same time as the assault last night at the
caravan.
Longest.
You want us to describe our characters real quick?
Yeah. Sorry about that. Go ahead. Yeah. You guys can describe your characters, starting with Moot, then Reaper, then Toast.
Okay. So he is an average height human with pale, slightly bluish skin. He has a small goatee and ice blue eyes. Atop his head is a tattered wizard's hat. Adorning his shoulders is a dark fur cloak. His chest is covered with a set of studded leather. Attached to his right side, the right side of his belt, is a khopesh. Attached to the left side is a bound spell book. On his feet, he wears a set of fur-lined snow boots, and roosted on his shoulder is a small white drakeling.
Aw.
Is that it?
That's it.
All right. For Jinshu, what you see is a tall 6'3" elf. Unsure of what kind he is because he's always got his hood up for the most part because he does wear a cloak with a hood up. But you can see underneath his cloak that he pretty much just has leather-ish styled traveling clothes, just kind of like some minor hide things, nothing really for any type of armor for by any stretch of the imagination. And then you can see that he always has, or he doesn't always, but he's just kind of standing there with a staff in his hand with it planted in the ground. And then he's got some slightly palish, probably a little bit tanner than most elves would be.
And toast.
All right. I'm a fairly average height for a dwarf. Mostly covered in armor, but you can kind of tell I'm tan in areas where my skin is showing. Long red beard, green eyes. Generally have a giant hammer and shield. I'm kind of obsessed with hammers.
Same.
Hey, hammer, bro.
Hammers are
bro.
fucking rad.
Hey, I'm so obsessed with it. With hammers, I have hammer in my name.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's about Terrathane.
Right. So that's what everybody looks like as you
Okay.
guys are looking through these bodies and notice that odd.
For Toast, because she wasn't here when I described. My character has a mask on currently and has her hood up, and her mask has giant demon-like horns, and then
I was here for that.
Oh,
I just
okay.
barely got into the channel for that.
Okay, I wasn't sure. So yeah, like demon-like horns, fox-like mask.
So that the reason I said to ask is strive because it's important. So I send off my I look over my shoulder and I say, can you go look around for us and tell us if you see any tracks or anything, Kiona? And you see the white drakeling nod at me and take off.
All right, yeah, go ahead and I believe they get a. Let me recheck. I think
It's
they had advantage.
yeah. Let's see.
Maybe not. No, they had advantage on stealth.
Yeah, their wisdom is 11, so it'll just be a regular d20.
Yep, just a regular d20. So give me a d20, see if you see anything. All right, 14. Still rolling GM like a boss.
It
I'm just
shouldn't.
playing.
Oh, I know why I did it. Never mind. All right, I
Yeah,
fixed
you're
it.
good. All right. Yeah. With a 14, how long do you wait? What are you guys doing as it runs off or it flies off?
Jin would kind of look around for any tracks.
All right, go ahead and give me a survival or investigation. All right, with 21. Beyond the tracks of the kobolds and the humans being dragged there, you don't see any tracks. But you do see like an unusual circle drawn on the ground.
So then Jin would kind of crouch down and kind of study it for a second, and if he can't see what it's specifically for, then I'll do something after that.
You can give me an Arcana check.
Oh lord. What?
You definitely know it's some sort of magic circle of some sort, but if it doesn't make sense for your character to like know what kind of circle it'd be,
Nope.
you just be like, this thing seems like magic stuff. That's what you get out of it.
Oi,
you've been
Oh.
traveling with East for about 2 weeks now. You both came from the we're coming from the Jagged Timbers, came down to Jagged Keep and went around. So you've been traveling for 2 weeks, and Tareth has been with you For probably only a week because they were in the Binstone Peaks, kind of taking on an odd job.
Okay. So I'd kind of just like look over my shoulder and be like, "Oi, East,
Yes.
there's a weird circle on the ground here."
I'll walk over to it and examine it.
Okay, Arcana check.
Yep.
Great. With a 14, which is funny because the person that knows nothing about magic somehow rolls better. Isn't that
Yeah.
D&D for you?
It's
Isn't that
just
D&D?
the way it is, yeah.
I mean, with that, you definitely know that it's a circle in the wild, which isn't a thing. So you know it's magical. You come to the conclusion that it's probably some sort of teleportation magic. But with that check, you wouldn't know. Even if you rolled high, you wouldn't really know where they would have went. You just know that
It's a
somebody was
teleportation
here
circle.
and they teleported away.
Yes, this is a teleportation circle.
Teleport what?
Somebody can teleport away using this. Unfortunately, is the way the circle works. I'm not able to ascertain where they went, but they definitely teleported away using magic.
How many times have I had to tell you with these last 2 weeks? Stop using them damn big words.
I'm unable. I can't tell where they went.
All right. See? Much easier.
Teleportations. Oh, okay. The bar is low.
Teleportation's a pretty high level spell.
I meant in vocabulary. Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's
My
not what I was talking about.
apologies.
He used that big old A word. I don't know what it meant, but it sounded like he was talking about somebody's ass.
Ascertain?
Ascertain means to.
It's when you look at their ass, right?
Yeah, it's to discover something, to think something through, gather information.
All right. I'll remember that for next time. Maybe.
No, you won't.
Yeah, probably not.
While this is going on, Trothy is sketching out where he can find the weak points on a kobold's body and drawing it all down.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and give me. Do you have medicine? Are you proficient in medicine?
I am not.
Okay. Because medicine would be a good answer. Like it is because it's humanoid. Either like a medicine or a nature. To do that.
Oh.
Nature. Based on that, you know, like since it's humanoid, you kind of pick the same parts of a human. Just kind of estimating. You're not 100% sure because they're already dead. You can't really test. But yeah. But yeah, you start writing that down in your book, and yeah, what does everybody do?
Vinty will walk over. Is this something we can use ourselves, or no?
No, unfortunately, this one seems to be spent, and we'd have to have. I'm unfortunately not strong enough to currently use teleportation. That's quite a bit above me right now. Whoever we're dealing with is quite powerful.
Tarathi, you have a sketchbook with you, correct?
Yes, I do.
Could you do what you can to try to transcribe a copy of this specific teleportation sigil? I do know that there are multiple types, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? Perhaps having this one recorded can help us in a future investigation.
Identify it later.
Perhaps to know like a specific handwriting of a mage or anything of that nature that may help us or help whoever investigates this atrocity later.
Yeah, you can give me a sleight of hand check or dex check, whichever's better. Probably. I don't know if you're proficient in sleight of hand, but
I'm not. Oh my goodness.
It's very intricate. There are a bunch of different. Like it's more than just a circle, you know. There's a bunch of different lines. You don't want to know what they mean. Almost looks like there's tiny, almost like writing, but it's not at the same time.
I'll try to memorize it so I can draw it later.
You just kind of draw a circle and get the basic shapes. It's like, hey, here's a circle with this kind of looks like a circle here too, and That's what you write down in your book. Sorry, bud. That first one was great, though. I mean,
the first one was good.
everything after that's just like,
Well, it is sad that they're gone, but if we cannot go after them, then maybe we can do this. And she'll set her bag down and pull it out, and it's like the chest that she found. This is magical and has a lock on it as well. And I overheard while traveling, this caravan was supposed to be doing something in terms of a treaty of some sort. I don't know if it was peace talks or what. This was a religious sect for a caravan, so maybe they had ties with another religious sect out of Tioland, but I would like to return this back to Caldin, where we came from, to make sure that it gets back to the right people, and maybe we can learn more.
Were you headed back to Caldin, or were you headed somewhere else?
We were headed to Tioland. I had met up with them in Caston, but we did take a break in Caldin. Maybe somebody there can give us a little more light on what we can do, or at the very least we can open it up and see if it is of importance to even take all the way to Tioland. Who knows, maybe there is a rock in here and it is somebody's favorite rock.
You kind of, after you say open it up, you're going to see like Jinshu's head kind of like go from looking down at the ground to like up in the air, and he'll turn around. Did you just say open that thing?
Jinshu, no, don't break it.
Go for it.
At the very least, we need to inform people that I gesture to the bodies that there are a bunch of dead people.
Yes, we must alert them.
Because if something is using this type of spell, then clearly this is something that we would probably struggle with. No offense, I don't know any of your skill sets, but we all looked just as surprised about all this, so I assume we're all relatively novice adventurers.
Oi, East.
Yes.
Is the lock magical or just the box?
When I did detect magic, was the lock also magical, or was it just the box?
It was just the box.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I did already look at it with my magic, and it's just the box. The lock itself is just mechanical in nature, though I don't know if it would trip something. That's why I also did not attempt to jimmy it.
You're going to see Jinshu kind of pull his backpack off from underneath him, pull out his thieves tool set, and be like, bring it here. I'll open it.
He's quite good with those.
Okay. She'll set it down. Do be careful, because if these are very important documents and you mess it up and it blows up, then maybe a war.
He kind of like,
start.
before you even finish, tilts it on its side, kind of see if he can hear anything and see what the lock's doing.
Oh no.
He's very rough around the edges.
So you're attempting to unlock the chest?
Yes, sir.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Well, he has thieves tools. Would he use thieves tools though if he's proficient in them?
Thieves tools. Which
it would be thieves tools.
Yeah, you'd be thieves tools because you're proficient. Sorry.
Make sure that the attribute says dexterity.
Yep.
It's a little better. 3 plus 2. Yeah, that'd be right. With a 12, you're trying to unlock it. Your lockpick kind of gets stuck at one point, and you kind of jingle it, and you kind of like you mess it up, and you're not able to unlock it with the thieves' tools.
All right, so kind of got stuck a little bit. Can't do it right now. I'm gonna try a little bit later.
Okay, she's gonna grab it and put it back in her bag.
Jen will put all of his stuff away.
I did not mean to like include you all in this. I just figured since more eyes have seen, maybe more of us reporting back would be better than 2 wandering travelers and somebody who would prefer to remain hidden.
That's fair, but we should still maybe do something about the bodies.
We could bury them at the very least, or burn them. I don't know what the religion statutes are.
Would Jin know of any animals in the area that would just dig these things up and eat the bodies?
I mean, if you dig deep enough, you're good. But I mean, yeah, if you dig it, there's wolves. There's a ton of wild animals, like almost everywhere. This land is fairly new. It's only been around, like it's only been like 500 years has been like the development of most of this country. Valgalore and Elvalore is the exclusion.
She's not like saying just throw some dirt on it and cover them enough. She means to bury.
Yeah, she means like, hey, let's dig a 6-foot hole and bury them.
Maybe I could use move earth.
Yeah, that would definitely help.
That would definitely make this a lot faster. Do any of you know this religion? And she shows the symbol on the shield.
Everybody give me a religion check that didn't already do one earlier.
I already did one, and I know what I know.
You know it's Lillian.
I'm
with a 20.
So what I'm asking is, what do they prefer for their deaths? Like bury, burn?
The goddess of life.
Barry.
Probably Barry.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, definitely Barry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Barry.
Feel like they would be more nutritious to the next living things that way.
Mm-hmm.
If it was like the god of fire, then yeah, light it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
yeah.
What was your name again? I'm sorry, Tarathi?
Tarathi,
sorry.
Tarathi.
Would you mind making
I don't mind.
individual graves? I know that is a little bit more time consuming, but they deserve to at least rest by themselves.
The dead deserve to be buried with the proper rites. So yes, I will take my time. And how many bodies are there?
There is probably about 8 humanoids. There's about 8 humans, and then there's like about 20 kobolds.
Do kobolds have different rites? Do they have different burial traditions?
I mean, that's up to discussion.
These kobolds.
Can I roll nature for that?
Yeah, you can.
We do not know the intent.
Oh my goodness!
No clue. It's like what? It's like I thought kobolds turned to ash when they died.
If these were the reason why these people died, it may not have been by natural means. These definitely fit the bill in terms of physical stature, though the eyes are a little different. That could be magical means. If we are dealing with a wizard or spellcaster, who can teleport, surely I would assume they could mind control.
Of course, and if they're mind controlled, then they didn't know what they were doing. Either way, I think the kobolds deserve to be buried as well, if it is their right.
Well,
I agree.
Kobolds are descendants of dragons, though maybe fire? That is a...
Fire, yes.
That is a educated guess, though.
We could just make a mass grave for the kobolds, move on with it. Because if whatever set this up is still in the area or teleported out, a fire would alert that people had been here.
That's true.
Fair.
I'll start with the. Oh, we'll discuss that as I start moving the earth to build the graves for the 8 humanoids.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and give me the spell text of Move Earth. I have not seen that spell in a while. It is it's a cantrip. So let's see. So
okay.
So you can do it for like an hour.
No. That's if you change. That's if you change anything like color or the ground itself.
Shape.
Yeah.
Turn it on.
But just moving it, I assume he can do it in an instant.
Mm-hmm.
Not like a boom, and then it's gone. I'm sure like the ground just like does weird magic shit.
I'll say like so it is a cantrip though, so I don't think it should actually like legit just do 6
Bury
footholds,
people.
but it can loosen the ground to where it's easy to pull the dirt. So with him doing that, loosening the dirt, and you guys kind of shoveling the dirt aside, it only takes like a couple hours, which is pretty good time for 8 bodies.
Yeah.
Okay, so we bury them, and then that was took a little bit, but maybe the mass grave for the kobolds, since we truly don't know.
Yes.
And
We plan
It
on
feels wrong. but
cremating them
I
anyway.
understand.
they are monsters in a way, and they still did a evil deed, so I still feel like they should be somewhat punished.
I mean, either way, I'd rather not announce to the world that we are here with a giant bonfire of
Cobalt corpses.
burning flesh.
Burning
That is-
kobold flesh.
That was true. It would make it look very suspicious to us that we are burying a bunch of bodies and burning remains.
Near the site of
That
an
is
act,
fair.
near the site of a caravan attack.
Yes, that would be most awkward. Okay, I guess if you just loosen up the little bits here, we'll just push them in, and I guess properly burying these ones isn't as important, so maybe not put them 6 feet down.
Okay, then we'll do that.
Like half-ass bury the kobolds.
All right.
I'll mark down on. I'll try to mark down where they were buried on the same map I used for the caravan accident, so I can come back here sometime and bury them properly if they need it.
Should
Yeah.
we also alert people in the local town that this happened?
Yes.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
We absolutely should. If these people are sending caravans someplace, they need to know they're being attacked.
Well, the caravan itself did not come from Calden. That was just our last stop. We've been traveling for nearly a month from Caston, which is way farther east. But
Did you pick up anybody during that trip in Calvin?
I mean, people here and there, but nobody suspicious. Everybody had religious ties. Most of the caravan stayed. If anybody is a oddball, it would be me.
I'm
mean,
more
would
talking
there-
about informing people's families that
Yes.
dead.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, yes, I do believe we should definitely let that know. I know of the area they come from, so I can easily send a letter to at least let the church know to inform
Yeah,
their families.
you would also know their names. You've been with them for like 28 days, so you would know their names too. Maybe not their last names, but for sure their first names.
I know at least the 8 here who were buried. I could at least let them know those ones for sure are definitely gone, though who knows the others that were dragged away. Probably assuming they were dead would probably be for the best. Generally, you don't be, from what I've read in our scrolls, you don't keep people alive for the hell of it. But maybe we should hurry to Calden, because if an attack may be mounting, it could be better to let them know.
Yes.
I agree. It may be wise to make haste and get moving as quickly as we can.
Alright. Venti will start walking, and I guess lead.
As we're walking, Trotsky's gonna take little sips from his flask.
All right. Yep. When East was investigating, he did kind of check all the bodies. That's with his natty 20 investigation. He did find actually not a lot of gold or anything like that, but there was like wedding rings, things of that nature. So there's like 3 wedding rings in there. There was a pocket watch, which are very rare. They're not very common in these parts. And he also found a key.
Oh,
Sorry. You notice it. You notice it as you're burying the body. Like, oh, here's a key. Sorry about. And you notice it at the end.
Also, I should tell you that I did find a key.
Oh,
So you're saying I almost broke my tool set for nothing?
I'm a little distracted. It's the first time I've seen dead people, so
well,
That is an understandable distraction.
let us get away from here a
Definitely.
little bit, and then we can open it. I'd like to somewhat get traveling,
I agree.
and then when maybe we take a rest, we can open it and take a look. Hopefully, if that is the correct key, who knows? It was a very large caravan. All right, so I'll lead the way.
Give me that survival.
Jinshu would kind of be close by at the front too, just because he is somewhat familiar with the area.
I don't know if you'd be familiar with this area. It's pretty far south. This is like
Oh yeah, true.
this is like 3 weeks south of where you live. So this is probably one of your first time coming out. So yeah, you don't know this area that much. But Venti did just come from here, so they with an 11, they can definitely make it.
I would take us as far as time would allow us then, until it was starting to get dark, and then find a good spot to camp.
All right, yeah. You'll travel until the end of the night. What is everybody else doing while Venti's leading the way back to Calden?
Jin's kind of just watching everybody, kind of seeing what everyone's about.
Right.
Tarathi is looking around, trying to memorize where he is so he can possibly write down everything.
All right, so I
What
imagine
keys?
you're just kind of you kind of drawing the landmarks, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good. All right, everybody else.
I feel like I'm pretty much just kind of walking along at this point and trying to help
Okay.
keep an eye out, keeping an eye on the forest line for any movement and stuff.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I'm petting my familiar. Fuck everything else.
I would too if I had a fucking dragon, fucker.
I'd be on guard just to watch out in case we get ambushed, given that we just found a bunch of fucking dead bodies.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a
Hey, wanna
perception
see a
for
dead
that.
body?
Yes.
All right. You're trying to keep a lookout. You don't really see much. The day is pretty uneventful. As you're traveling through, a lot of you, it's been your first time seeing at least a large group of murdered people. Next cut, not all of you, but most of you. And yeah, so you're kind of just in your thoughts as you travel, and you find a nice, cozy spot off the road that's been used before to camp, and it's already got like a stone ring for you to start your fire and everything, and the ground's little padded in that area from repeated use. And you break camp.
As we get down, she'll take off her mask, but just before she does, she'll kind of mumble something under her breath and then disguise self as a human, like a young human woman with dark brown hair, kind of pale white skin.
Are you trying to do that stealthily, or are you just?
Yeah, she would do
don't
it.
want people to see her?
She would try to do it stealthily.
All right, go ahead and give me a stealth.
Nice.
With an 8, everybody notices you doing chanting and doing all the stuff that you're supposed to do. So they all look over and they're like, "Oh, yep, they're definitely doing some sort of magic."
I
Go ahead.
I assume that it's because her
Of-
fear of people seeing her and don't say anything.
Yeah. Tarathi notices and keeps working. It's her business.
Do I recognize that it's disguised self?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Disguise self is a first level spell, right?
It is.
All right, then yeah, with a 16, I believe. Yeah, I think that'd be high enough to know that. Yeah, you've definitely seen this spell before in your village. So
I'm just gonna saddle on up next to her. Don't want anybody to see you, huh?
I'm sorry?
The sky self. And I'm trying to be quiet.
She's trying to hide that she's surprised that anybody caught on. Yes, you could say that. She like holds the mask in her hand and kind of like sets it on her bag on a little hook.
Don't worry, I won't reveal you. I was just curious if that's what is actually happening. I'm quite new to my magic, and all magic seems to interest me, so if you want to hide yourself, that's your business.
You appreciate that. I thought I was being a lot better. I guess I have become out of practice a ways. Maybe today has shaken me.
It would have shaken anyone. That's it. That's all I wanted to do. I'll get up and walk away.
Oh,
Right.
before you go, Ys, did you
Yes.
want to try that key?
Oh, yes.
Take out the
we can do that.
lockbox. Alright,
And yeah, we try the key.
try the key.
All right,
Can't-
you
Can't wait to re-roll characters.
the key
as
in the
it
lock,
explodes.
and the lock comes undone.
And that was much more simple than what it
Um,
could have been.
but the
You
chest,
freaking bastard!
the chest itself, though, is magical. That is what worries me. Does anybody
you know
have
what
a way
Kind of magic.
It is. What was it again, Clark?
Abjuration.
It was abjuration.
I don't remember what abjuration does.
It's protection magic.
Oh, it's
We
like
should really get colors. That way we could be like, it's like got this color for like
Yeah.
the types of magic.
It's
I'm gonna work on that.
protection magic. It should be fine. There might be a trap involved.
And anybody, I've heard of a spell that allows you to like open things from a distance, just through readings. Magic itself also interests me quite heavily. I just cannot gain a grasp on it as well, as much as it seems you can. Does anybody have
Anyone
a
know mage
spell
hand?
like that? She'll say it louder.
Does
I
anybody-
don't mind being the test dummy of opening a box.
Hold up. Does anybody know mage hand?
Yeah, that's pretty much what she was asking.
No, unfortunately that spell is not in my repertoire.
Okay,
Like Jin will walk over and kind of just tap it with his staff. I can open it from a little bit of ways with this thing.
I guess if both of you feel comfortable being the guinea pigs, sure. She'll like
Alright,
walk it
Giraffe.
out in kind of a more open area, slightly away, and just kind of set it down.
Right.
Jin was gonna move over. He'll pull Tarath in front of him, and he'll just kind of whisper in Tarath's ear. Better get ready for this one. And he'll kind of like lean in as much as he can, squeeze in behind Tarath, and then try to like essentially spear style poke over Tarath's shoulder to open it, using Tarath as a meat shield.
I'm just going to hold up my shield in front of me because
Okay.
you know I have a fucking shield.
Go ahead and give me a dex check.
See, I didn't expect there to be an
guess.
explosion, so I'm just gonna kind of watch, but I'm not.
I'm
All right.
Let's
As you're
go.
pushing the box, it's not really opening from a stick from 5 feet away. You're just kind of pushing it. It's not really. It's just more pushing the box more than anything.
All right, so I'm going to walk up to the box with my shield in front of me and
Alright.
just open the fucking box.
All right. You put your fingers between the box and you attempt to open it, and it almost like blocks your fingers from doing it. It stops your hands from being able to touch the box to open it.
Is it heavy?
No, it just the box doesn't want to open. The box is grumpy.
I don't think boxes have
I mean, it is early.
emotions.
I've seen boxes have plenty of emotion.
I will have to meet these boxes then. This is new to me.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd love to meet you too.
This conversation's getting a little weird. Can we focus on getting the box open?
Sure, go ahead. Try. It's not gonna blow up, at least not that I can tell.
Can I
Does
try to
Therese
touch
move
the
out of the
box and
way?
open it?
Yeah, go ahead. You walk over and just try to open the box.
Yes.
All right. You try to open the box like a normal open the box, and it seems like whenever you get your finger to the crease, it's almost like prevents you from being able to do it.
I am frustrated. It seems something is wrong here. Does anyone have dispel magic?
No, but I can identify
No.
what spell it is, I think. Let me look through. Oh no, never mind. I lost my pearl.
Yes, need the pearl. Yes, I'm under the same issue.
It's just a grumpy box.
I mean, if
Jin
you
shoes while you guys were
have the money
talking all
for it,
this.
you could have bought it.
But I
What was
bought
that? Sorry.
something
Well,
different.
While everyone's talking, Jinshu's just gonna walk up to it with a kunai and just try to stick it in between
Oh no.
the lid and the box
Go
to pry
ahead
it.
and give me a deck save as you do that.
Oh lord. Oh yeah.
Alright. Let me
How big is the
roll it out in front of you.
Because I assume is Terra right there as well still?
You take 5. Oh wait, you saved, so you would take 3 force damage because we round up. So 3 force damage as you try to jam your knife or whatever your kunai in. It kind of blasts your hand. It kind of like almost burns your hand from the pressure.
Well, that was a little silly, but
That didn't work.
I told you the box is angry. Leave the box alone.
I don't really know if that's a.
I agree with the short person.
No, I can see boxes being angry. Mimics.
Oh well. Here, let us. Maybe it needs some sleep. Then she'll pick
Maybe
it up
we
and
should just
put it
bring
back
it
in
to
the
them.
bag. Do they talk when they're not angry? I'm not certain how this works.
I've just seen it like chomp down on people, so I mean, I try not to go near angry boxes.
Also, it's hungry, maybe?
East is just really confused on these people. He's just looking around at them like, are they being serious? Are they joking?
Venti is seriously like confused by what she is hearing.
Terrathane has seen a mimic. He doesn't know what it is and doesn't understand why it ate people.
Are you?
Ellsberg thinks they're all crazy, but at the same time, he grew up in the woods. So he's like, is this a city thing I don't know about? Do they often boxes for personalities? Is this one of those? Is this a blind spot I have?
We're all confused by each other being confused by each other.
Yeah, we're all just looking at each other like, I don't understand.
Like they're a full ass adult. They shouldn't like if they think that's a thing, it might be a thing.
Well, maybe
Now I'm questioning, is it a thing? No.
Well, maybe somebody in Cowden can make it not grumpy.
Sure. Yes. Yeah. I
I'm
don't
gonna
know what
go
to do.
I'm gonna go sit near the fire and clean my hammer.
Alright, yeah. You clean your hammer. Everybody sees that happen.
I'm probably going to go to bed. I woke up with a concussion this morning. Thanks to Tarathi, I no longer have that, but I am still pretty tired and still slightly sore from being hit in the head by a cobalt. Did we want to take turns doing watch? I assume.
Yes, I will be more than happy to help with watch.
I'll help too.
Jinsu would say he would take second and third watch because he only needs 4 hours.
So
I should let you know that I have trouble seeing in the dark.
I do not. I can see pretty easily.
alright, so
As do I.
who has dark vision?
Jinsu raises his hand.
I kind of slowly. I'm a half elf.
Alright, so everyone who has dark vision, take the darker parts. Everyone else who doesn't, take the lighter parts.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So who's everybody with dark vision? It's Elsburn,
Jin.
Jen,
Venti.
Thera,
Yep.
and is that it?
Venti. I have it
And Venti as well?
Yep.
Okay, I couldn't remember if you had it or not.
I do.
Okay, so this human has dark vision. What's going on, guys? All right, so who wants to take the first watch? There's going to be 3 watches. The third watch is early enough in the morning to where the sun's kind of peeking up, so that's probably the watch East and I guess Tarathi, I guess. You don't have
Yeah.
dark vision. So you guys will take the third watch.
Okay.
And who wants the first watch?
Venti already said she was going to bed, so she out.
Jinsu said second and third watch, so he's already going towards the tree to go sit in his trance.
Oh, looks like I'm gonna sit near the fire and just clean my hammer.
Alright. Tareth takes first watch. Anybody going to join them?
I'll be taking a later.
What was that? You're kind of very quiet.
Oh, I'm taking a later watch. Probably.
So second watch?
Leaves 3 of us on second watch.
Yeah.
Oh, we're splitting it up in that way. Yeah, if we're splitting it that way, then yeah, I'll probably go up and.
All right, so you'll take first watch with them. All right, sounds good. So you two can go ahead and roll a perception throughout the night as you sit here with your fire.
When Venti goes to bed, she would fully cover back up, like mask back on, and take the precautions that she normally does. 'Cause she can't
All right, and
maintain
then
the magic through her sleep.
Jen and
Me,
who's the other
probably.
person? Yeah,
Venti.
Jen and you. Yeah. Yep. Both give me perception, and then the other 2 people give me perception after they do.
Okay, I believe I get advantage because of my familiar. He can help me watch.
Yeah, he can help you. Yeah. All right, go ahead and Yice and Torathi.
East.
East. God,
Damn
I'm
it,
so
man.
sorry.
It's
So
not
sorry.
hard.
I know.
You have
I
to
just see the
respell it
Y and
just
I'm
so
like,
it's
ice.
obvious.
Yep. Sorry. All right. As you guys take watch, we're gonna take break right here. See what's gonna happen, if anything.
Sick titties.
Right? And we'll BRBs in about 15-20 minutes, something of that nature. And we'll see you soon. We'll BRBs. All right. Oh man. Going live, yeah. Hello and welcome back to Dice Not Driders. This is Kurell, Campaign 2, Episode 1, second half. Anybody want to second that? I don't know. Everyone was camping, and nothing happens. You guys, you go through your watches. You do see skittering from some wildlife in the, in the distance, but you're safe. Nothing bad happens in the entire night that you guys camp. And you pack up the next morning, eat some breakfast, and go ahead and whoever's leading the party, give me a survival. And I guess, Tareth, I assume you're still keeping an eye out?
Yes, I'm still keeping notes.
All right, everybody, whoever's keeping an eye out, give me a perception.
I was doing that as well. Let me go and get back on my page.
All right.
Not me.
Natty 20. He's just too busy petting his little.
I'm reading my book today.
It almost looks like an icicle, though, like his wyvern or drake or whatever it is.
Drakeling.
Wyvern, drakeling. It almost looks like an icicle. It's pretty cool. With a natty 20, I'm gonna say instead of it taking the full day, I'll say you kind of cut through and find like a shorter route besides the road. It's like, hey, instead of going around this hill, let's just go this way. And you kind of cut the day in half. And you arrive at Calden at half the day instead of at night. So it's around noon. And you see, you know what, I actually have, unfortunately I couldn't make a map, but I found like a representation.
Ooh, spicy.
So it's like a medium-sized town. There's no cliffs in the actual thing, but like imagine the buildings here. That's the kind of layout. Probably a couple hundred people, bustling streets, watchtower around the edge in the main roads out of the city. Very well defended. Most buildings are built close together to prevent animals from being able to kind of enter without being seen. So they're very alleyways, like, the outside buildings are aligned, and most buildings are 2 stories, if not some of them even 3. There's a couple towers on the watchtowers kind of keeping an eye out, and it seems like a fairly nice town until you were literally here a day and a half ago. Well, wait, 3 days now. 3.5 days ago. So
do I know where like the major guardhouse is or anything like that?
I would say you just passed through. You do know where your tavern was, and but you could find it if you asked around. There's always.
I assume we
guards.
pass a guard on the way in.
Yeah, there's always somebody on the watch guard looking mainly for wildlife and things of that nature.
I'll approach the first guard that we walk past. Yes, where would I go to report a major event that happens just about a day's travel outside of the city here?
Well, ma'am, if you just follow the road, first left, there's a giant garrison there. Pretty hard to miss, made of stone, only building completely made out of stone. And you can talk to the guards there. They know more about that. I'm just, he kind of just looks out, watching the road.
Thank you. I do appreciate that so much.
What kind of trouble you seen out there? Was it bears again?
Perhaps it'd be better that you hear this in a report than have me say it out here in public.
Oh.
Fairly serious.
Well then, do you need an escort then, or you good?
That would probably be quicker if you could just take us right there and then having us.
Just give me one moment, and he kind of just need to get somebody to watch my post for a minute. He runs over, he gets a younger man to watch his post, and he comes back and he hurriedly rushes you guys to like what he's like he said, the only fully stone building in the area. Everything else is made out of mostly wood, maybe stone foundations. And yeah, he leads you there. All right, I'll get the, I guess, captain for you if it's that important. And he starts he leads you into the building. There's kind of like a not visiting room, but that's what I'm gonna call it because I can't think of the word. So you're kind of just sitting there, waiting there. I guess waiting room works. Fuck, you're in a waiting room. You're just kind of waiting there, and then he comes back with probably it's a man like in his 60s. He comes out, white beard, starting to bald, human. Yeah, he has green eyes, kind of wrinkly. He comes out. You had troubling news, I hear.
Yes, if there was a private room that we could speak in, possibly. I know we have fairly large numbers, but it is important that we all are there, as we all have kind of a different point of view from the events that happened.
Well, I don't have a questioning room that big, but I guess I could bring you to my office if a couple of you don't mind standing.
That is fine.
Sure,
I
fine.
can stand it.
That would be equitable.
All right, follow me. If you wouldn't mind, of course, you could leave your weapons at the door.
Oh,
Tommy here could hold them for you if need be.
certainly.
You know,
Sure.
safety precautions.
She'll unclip her
Certainly.
sword and hand it over to Tammy.
Does everybody leave all their weapons?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
Does that include my spell book?
I mean, you're good. You can bring it's a book.
Okay.
Weapons are more like I stab you, like physical weapons.
All right.
So
yeah,
would
I leave my
Jin
weapons.
get rid of all of his kunai, his short sword, and his staff?
Yeah, I mean, if you leave it all, you said.
I'm asking if I would have to leave everything like that. Like the staff would have to stay, even though it's kind of more like a walking staff than it is an attacking staff.
You're young enough to where they're like, sorry, but you look young enough to be able and fit enough to be able to walk on your own.
You're not
sorry there.
Gandalf, okay? You can't.
Yeah, you're not Gandalf.
Even though I'm probably older than all of them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they would prefer it. Yeah, I mean, do you? You could try to sneak some in. It's up to you.
I wouldn't even go in. I would just wait.
And then he leads the rest of you besides Jin. As long as everybody else is leaving all their weapons.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Alrighty. All right. He leads you all to his office. It's pretty small. Most of you, like, there's enough seats for 3 of you. The rest of you have to stand. So, all right. One moment, and he pulls out a book. He gets a quill, pulls out some ink. What is it? And he puts the pen to the paper, waiting for.
So I don't know if you remember hearing about the very large caravan that passed through here maybe a day or 2 ago.
You see him furiously scratching every single word you're saying. He said he like does it exact. Yeah, I remember, and he even like does that too. Like it's almost like he's reporting his
He's
own.
doing a transcript almost.
Yeah, he's doing his own transcript. Yeah, so he has exactly what you say.
Well, I was traveling with that group for about a month, and about 2 nights ago, we were attacked in the middle of the night. When I woke up, these 2 gentlemen here, and she'll point to Elspern and Tarathi, happened to stumble upon the attack scene, healed me and helped me out. We decided to track kind of what looked like drag marks of the people that were taken in the night, and we came across these 2 and the gentleman who decided to stay behind. We found the bodies of some, and she'll like recall all 8 of their names. It was them, and there was also kobolds there that I believe were the people creatures who attacked us. And I believe East there found what he believed to be a teleportation circle.
Portation.
Yeah, and we also found this, and she'll take out the box. I did overhear during our journeys that they were possibly transporting very important documents over to what was the name of it again? I don't have the world map, so I don't remember.
Thielen, yeah.
Thieland, and I believe it was important, but we cannot open it to verify if this was indeed the documents. If it is, then the creatures attacked us for no reason. It was strange, though. It seemed that they were under some sort of spell, I would assume. Their eyes were glowing bright red in the night, and kobolds do not normally have that, I believe one of you said, right?
Kobolds.
Yeah, the
And-
little dragons. Dragon-like
We haven't
creatures.
seen any in this area before. I mean, I've heard of the suckers before, but here?
Yeah, there's quite a few, at least dead, left next to the bodies. I believe, Tarathi, you have a map, right?
I do. I will pull out the sketch of the area and where the bodies are buried and the caravan was attacked.
You'll take a look at it. Doesn't seem like any special area that I know of, at least. You sure it was kobolds? We don't have any kobolds or dragons. Well, he looks at East. Besides, of course, that one, I guess, around here.
Quite certain. East did find a teleportation circle, so there is a chance maybe they teleported in.
Teleportation.
I believe. Does it work like that, East? Do I remember my research correct? Can teleport work both ways like that?
It depends on who was doing it. If they're powerful enough to teleport twice like that, then they're quite strong.
Yeah, I know. I know there's some talk about teleportation between Caston and Thielen. They're trying to get that worked out. That's interesting. He kind of keeps typing at it, like writing it. You can hear the scribbles the entire time Venti's been talking.
We did try to copy the image. Tarathi, do you still have that your attempted sketch of the exact type of sigil
It's
he
just
used?
a circle.
I do. It's like a circle.
Because I think he nat one on it, didn't he?
That's about how it looked. Yes, that is reminiscent of what we saw. I
Okay.
hope it helps.
He draws like a smaller version of it. Like it almost looks more accurate than yours.
There was
I
more.
got a nat one on that.
There was more nuances to it than just the circle. There was some complex things, and East has a little bit more knowledge than most of us, so he was able to determine that it was at least a teleportation circle of some sort. So maybe that is it. If that is the case, and whatever evil being is behind these, if this is just maybe the start, a trial run, if you will, this town was fairly close. You may want to possibly look at phoning in some favors from a larger city or something.
He finishes writing that, and then he asks, yeah, I'm definitely going to send some messages. How many kobolds were there, by chance? I
Quite a few. We had
Roughly
a very
20.
we had a very sizable caravan, and
20.
it was completely wiped out. As far as I'm aware, I was the only one remaining in the camp. I happened to, I guess, fall in the right areas, and they did not see me in the night. But everything else was destroyed. Nothing was taken, to at least what it seems. The food was left, and this chest was not even tampered with. It was still remained hidden. So if they did look for it, they did not look very well. It did not take us very long to find it.
Well, they attacked, but didn't take anything.
The people. It looks like they took people. Because those 8 names that I gave you, their throats were slit. So it was almost like a execution or maybe a sacrifice.
Interesting. Sacrifice.
I know I've read about some things in your cultures of sacrifices.
Our cultures.
Yes.
He looks at you as like a confused look. What? Explain.
Well, just like in general, like different cultures have different, like religious practices, and some religious practices deal with sacrificing to a god.
All right. He kind of gives you an odd look, but he looks agreeable about it and continues writing all this down. All right.
East tried.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Well, East did try to get into the box, and we did try to physically open it. We were able to get the lock off of it, but the box itself is also magically protected. I don't know if you would have a magic user that would be able to dispel the magic. Is right, East? That's what we would need. You were muted.
You muted, buddy. You muted, bud. Fuck.
Yes, that is correct. You will need someone who has dispel magic as a spell to undo this.
All right. He continues to write this down.
Because if it was the paperwork that they were delivering, I would be most curious to see if it is, and if it is, I would like to at least continue their work. I was traveling with them, and they were giving me, they were treating me very well, so I do feel bad that they're gone now, but I would at least like to see their deed not go undone. We have been traveling for nearly a month for something that seems to be very important.
And he's, do you have any belongings of these people? We can send them to the families. Where did you say they were from?
They were from that other place.
Oh, okay. That's how you cast them.
Did anybody grab anything off of them before we buried them?
We found a few wedding rings, the key, and a pocket watch.
Oh, watch it. That's fancy. He writes it down. You mind? He kind of holds his hand out.
Now we'll hold them out.
All right, yeah, he takes them. He inspects them. He starts you see him he writes letters. He kind of examines it. See if he pops open the pocket watch. Doesn't see any names, but then he kind of just keeps it on a pile on the left side of his desk. I do have a couple questions for you, if you don't mind.
Of course.
The first one, you said that you were the only one left. Looks at you.
From what I could tell, yes. You can ask Tarathi there. He found me bleeding, and I had been struck in the head, and I was very weak. I happened to fall into some brush, and I think maybe that's why they didn't take me, just kind of dumb luck. Everybody else seems to have been taken, and the ones that were left behind and killed, that definitely was not our entire caravan. So maybe some did get away, but I assume if they did not come here, I do not know where they are. You would have been the closest town to run to for safety. If they ran into the forest, who knows where they are right now.
I haven't heard any reports of any newcomers the last few days. How many people were with you total? Do you remember?
What?
No, I thought I told you.
No.
I guess I did. There was 14 people, so literally almost half.
Not including me, 14. So 15 in total, including me. So at least half has been killed off. The other half may be taken into the teleportation. The drag marks did go towards that.
That's interesting. All right. So I'll send these letters to Caston. Are you wanting to leave me this box, or I could wait for, or you could wait for a response, and I could tell you what you could do with it if you're interested.
Yeah, I do feel somewhat like I owe it to them in a way. I was a part of it, so I feel like I should see it through to the end. I tend not to leave things unfinished. It feels empty inside when I do.
All right. Well, of course, it'll take some time to gather the resources, and the people to send the stuff. But I can get somebody to message somebody in cash, and it'll probably take a couple days to get all the paperwork filled out.
I would be staying around. I'm not. I don't want to speak for the others. I am very curious at what is going on. This is a very weird phenomenon that I have not read about. So.
Yeah, it's very odd. I'd recommend nobody leave town till we kind of figure at least what's going on. That way, if I have any questions, I can ask you. You said there was one more that. Oh, the one that stayed. I remember now.
Yeah, the tall, brooding one.
Yeah. He finishes writing it. Well, if there's anything else anybody can add, I can put you up if needed. I know a couple of you might have to share a room though.
That would be admissible. We don't exactly carry a lot of coin on us.
Is there an inn in town?
There's a couple. I'd recommend the Teal Grick.
I believe I will stay there. If you all are needing currency, I have some that I can spare to get us rooms. I do not mind.
I should be able to pay for my own. But
I
will
actually
join you
don't
up
think-
there.
Sorry, I don't think I gave myself starting gold. Actually, I think I just went with starting equipment and didn't give myself any money. So I
No,
think I'm broke.
everybody was supposed to start with 150 gold, 50 silver, 50 copper, and you could have
Oh.
bought like potions or anything like that with the
Okay.
money on your travels.
150
you've been-
gold, 50
Because
silver.
all
I'm
of you's
sorry, I
been
missed that.
traveling at least a week or two. So you're, even if you're fairly new to traveling, you've been traveling for at least a couple
Well,
of
and
weeks.
we are level 3, so we've been.
And you are level 3, so you've been doing stuff before. If it wasn't for your people, it was for adventuring as well.
That's fair. Thank you.
I think I should be alright. I do appreciate the generous offer, though. But I would at least like to.
So you all staying at the Teal Greek then,
Yeah, if you
or Grick?
Yes.
if that is what you
Sorry.
say is
Yep.
most suitable, then yeah, that's where at
I
least
mean,
most of us. It
The
seems
other
like
one's kind of a dive bar. We get trouble with that one all the time.
Does the Steel Grick have libations?
Excuse me.
Drinks?
Oh yeah, of course. I think they got a special going on right now. I think it's lagers and ales. I think are half off, at least for another couple hours.
I know where I'm going.
I know where I'm going to.
It's been a while since
Let's go.
It's been a while since I had a bit to drink, and we may be here for a while anyway. So, if you're gonna nurse a hangover, it's best to do it inside city walls.
All right, I'll.
Mhm.
He points at you, Venti. Sorry, your name didn't show up, so I had to look over my notes. He looks at you, Venti. I'll be getting a hold of you, particularly since you've been doing most of the talking. Does anybody else have anything to add while I still got all my notes out?
Well,
No.
when we heard the story, we heard that the small assailants had reddish eyes, and that's not normal of kobolds. I feel as if that is an important thing to note.
Yeah,
And
Venti
maybe
did
it's-
say. Oh, he doesn't know your name. Sorry. She did say something about mind control. I assume that's what you're talking about
Yeah.
here.
I just feel like that might be a very important note because there may be something affecting nature in the local area, which could be a sign of something bigger going on.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I would
All right.
have.
All right. Well, appreciate the help. I'll send this out.
I guess
Yes.
let me know when you get a magic user. I'd like to be there when this is opened. And she like touches the box.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Did you mind if I still held on to it until the meantime? Not that I don't trust you. I just heard.
I mean, it's not my property, so I can't keep you from keeping it.
Okay, ease of mind. My name is Vinty, by the way. If you
Vinty,
need to
all
find
right.
me.
All right. Teal Grick. All right. I'll know where to contact you. Might take a couple days. If you do go somewhere, tell the barkeep. Richard will. He's a good friend of mine. He'll tell you what's going on.
Sounds good. What was your name again?
Oh, Captain Vestra.
Thank you, Captain, for taking your time. I do apologize for talking your ear off, but I did feel like it was of importance.
Very unique information, and I'm sure the families would love to get their, treasures back.
Yes, of course. I guess you know where to find us. We will leave you to it then.
Yeah, y'all have a good one. Hope your days go a little quieter from here on out. All right. Yeah.
Go ahead.
You guys exit. You get to the door. Jin's there with his weapons. The guy hands you all your weapons. Well, I guess I should go back on duty. Have a good one. And he kind of just walks out and leaves you all to your day.
I'll look at the others. I do apologize for, it seems, speaking for everybody. I just get nervous when I talk and I just kind of ramble.
No, you had the most information about what we had seen. It made perfect sense for you to be the main speaker in that scenario. We're mainly an escort for you telling your story in this situation.
And I do appreciate all the help and everybody's kind of eagerness to find the truth. I guess I will do what is a buy around, I think is what it's called, the phrase.
Oh yes, that would be amazing.
That would be amazing. Yes.
That'd be nice.
Oh, good. I'm glad I said that right. Let us go then.
Yeah. Venti, you've been to the Teal Grick. That's where you guys stayed when you came through. So you kind of lead the way through. Do you guys want to stop by anywhere else before you go there? Shopping for anything? Need to buy anything? Anything of that
I need
nature?
to buy a different weapon because when I was doing character creation, I thought aesthetically sad, and it is, but I didn't realize I only did D4 when I picked it, so I need to pick up like a regular club, or I'm actually gonna grab a bow staff.
All right, yeah. So is there anywhere else that you guys are wanting to go? You're wanting to go to like a weapons salesman?
Yeah, I don't know how much
Some
a bow
sort.
staff would be off the top of my head.
Actually, I was wondering if there was a library in this town.
Yes, books. I mean, Vinty would have definitely, for the day that she spent here, would have looked for one. Does she remember of one?
Go ahead and give me an investigation to see if you would have known of one.
Investigation or history?
History. Yeah. My bad. Last time you were here, you couldn't find it, but you were pressed for time. You only stayed one night.
I did try to look for one. I can tell you at least where not to go. I didn't have that much time, so maybe that does help.
I will look tomorrow. Tonight we should drink.
Oh yes, we should.
All right. So on the way, you do see there is a blacksmith, pretty much out there. He's mainly doing like horseshoe nails, horseshoes. Typical farming equipment, things of that nature. He does have a couple weapons up, and he's just kind of hammering away as you guys walk up. He's like, "Excuse me, can I help you?"
Yes, I was looking to buy a quarterstaff. Oh, that scared the shit out of me.
No, shut down. Get out of here. Come on, go lay down. Sorry, that stray dog. He's been messing with me all day. Wife dropped some meat. Been around ever since.
This is what expected that.
This is why you don't
Sorry
feed
about
wild
that,
dogs. No, it's good.
That's cool. That's
It's
cool.
good.
That's cool.
That's why you don't feed
Just
wild.
like, "Ah!"
That's why you don't feed strays. What are you looking for? You said a quarterstaff.
Yeah, a quarterstaff, please.
All right. I got one here for 2 silver.
All right, that sounds fine.
He brings it to you. Made it myself. I'm not much of a wood crafter, but you know, it'll get your job done.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, he hands it to you. It's pretty decently made. You see, there's a couple, like the wood he chose. There's like a knot like near the top, but besides that, it's pretty good.
Oh,
He
and
just
out the top's perfect for a shillelagh.
Yeah, so it's perfect for what you need it for. So there's a little
Yeah.
knot at the tip, but besides that, it's pretty good quarterstaff.
Not gonna make a joke about not at the top.
I was thinking
gonna
the
make a
same thing
joke.
as like I've heard
Not
a
at
similar
the top.
description before. And,
I
real
don't
quick, a
need it.
quarterstaff can be used either with dex or strength, correct?
I don't think so. I know they're versatile.
Then
Okay.
that
It's
should be
yes.
a,
Both staffs are dex.
Are they
Sweet.
dex?
That's
Yes.
good.
Yeah. So okay. So one hand is D6, two-handed it would be a D8.
I think they're dex.
A quarterstaff, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Quarterstaff.
versatile. That's all it says.
Yeah, it says versatile. I don't see finesse.
Oh, then yeah, it has to be
It
strength.
would be strength
Yeah.
based.
So strength.
Ah, dang.
Trust me.
Are you
we had a
looking
very
for
long
something? Are you
Yeah.
I'm
looking
actually
for
looking
something
for a
dex?
dex-based weapon. I'm trying to find something dex and wood, which I don't
think
think
a
I'm going to find that.
Club?
Club is light,
that's
but it's a
strength, too.
1d4, but it doesn't have versatile.
I'll probably
Yeah.
buy a quarterstaff, but I'll probably also see if is there anything else
So
that's
in
a
terms of
dex-based.
finesse, you have dagger. You have that's it for simple weapons for finesse. It's just a dagger. Can you use martial? Or no?
No, he can't.
You can use
Yeah,
you could
that's
use a
fine.
mace. A mace is a D6. I don't know if that's finesse or not though.
It is not.
Yeah,
I
of
just,
course.
I
No,
read the
no.
only ones that was finesse.
Yeah.
It's
That's fine.
literally just a dagger.
I will.
Yeah,
I
unless you
mainly
get.
want to. I mainly want to rely on spells anyway, so this is all right.
But it's still versatile, so I mean, you can still.
Yeah. You can still get a D8, but you're
Yes.
using your strength instead of your dex. But
Let me switch it. I put it in the stat block already as a dex. Let me switch this.
alrighty.
All right, I will
Alright.
buy that.
We will then, once he is all done, I will lead them to the inn.
Have a good one. Kind of gives you like a head nod as he goes back to foraging, and you guys head to the Teal Greek. Or let me get to my notes here. Oops, wrong one. Okay, there we go. All right, so you walk up to a 2-story building. It appears to be like most of the buildings here, like a stone base and then 2 stories of wood, with a red roof. It's fairly well made, not really worn down or anything. It actually looks fairly, I wouldn't say new, but it looks like it hasn't been worn down or anything. So it's been pretty good condition, like it's taken care of. When you walk in, you hear there's a small performing thing to the left. You see a local bard just kind of sitting there with his fiddle, just going away at it, and it kind of smells a little of beer. And it's pretty, about 10 people inside right now, enough to seat at least double that. And yeah, it seems pretty upbeat. You do see a gnome at the desk or at the bar, kind of just kind of talking to the patrons in there at the moment.
I immediately walk up to the bar.
I do too.
All right, the gnome kind of looks over as you come in. Oh, hello, how you all doing? Name's Richard. This is the Teal Greek. How can I help you guys today?
Hi.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Your strongest drink, please.
Oh, my strongest.
Yes.
Actually, let me look. Does that mean liquor too?
Anything.
Okay, let's see here.
He's just trying to drink for drinking's sake.
Wait a second. Everything has alcohol, but the liquors, I don't have the alcohol limit on there. Oh well, I'm gonna go for the most expensive then. So the Crystal Agatha vodka is it? Do you want a bottle or a shot?
How much is a bottle?
A bottle is 1 gold and 4 silver.
How many do you have?
How many bottles do I have?
Yep.
I have 3.
I will take all 3, please.
Oh, all right. He big spender. He goes over to the side. He grabs it. I assume you want some glasses. Anything to mix with that?
Oh, yes. I guess glasses would be important. Nothing to mix. I just need the alcohol, please.
Okay. He starts getting like more than how many glass. He starts getting like 2 glasses out. He pulls out another 2. Just like he looks around. What?
5 glasses, I think. Yes, 5.
Okay. Yes. He puts up 5 glasses. I assumed it was a forward party. He kind of puts it all forward and like not like doesn't push it towards you, but he puts it all up there and just puts his hand out for the gold.
I give him 4 gold.
You know that this is 4 gold, right?
Yes. This is your tip.
Oh, all right,
Is-
all right.
I believe tipping is customary, correct?
Oh yes, I mean I greatly appreciate it. That's more money to help with the inn. Keep it well cleaned.
Venti notes that tipping is generally customary.
All right, yeah.
Especially
be
in
honest.
bars.
We're in the same boat here. I'm just guessing.
Is there
gotta-
anything else I
Rocky's
could?
trying to figure all this stuff from you guys.
We need rooms as well, I believe, right?
Oh, rooms.
Uh,
How many rooms are you looking for?
6. Captain of the guard will also be looking for us at some point, just so you're aware.
Oh, okay. He name?
Uh,
He's gonna be looking for you for?
Venti, I guess.
Okay.
Did
You see him pull out like a logbook and write that down. Yes.
Vinti, I don't believe you gave him your name.
I did before I left.
No, he did.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of confused. Are you talking to me?
What? No.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No.
So Venti. So how many nights? 1, 2,
Uh,
week?
We'll just
3?
do 1 for now.
Okay. Each night is a silver and 4 copper apiece. I could maybe give you a deal if everybody's pitching in for a week.
I think they just need us for a day for now. If they need us longer, we can work something out afterwards.
All right. Just for one night, it'd be a silver and 4 copper a piece a night.
I mean,
And actually, since you're such a big spender, I'll just say a silver a piece. You did just buy 3 of my most expensive bottles.
I guess then maybe for that price, I'll buy 3 nights for everybody.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Oh, wow.
He writes it in their logbook. You're paying for all of it.
Yes, that
Okay.
should be 18 silver, right? If my math is correct. 6 times.
Is your math correct? 'Cause,
Yeah, it is. 6 times 3. Come on.
Don't do math. All right. Yes.
Yeah,
that's
come on.
correct.
Math is
That's
my
correct.
weakness. Math is my weakness.
Here you go. This is a thank you for all of you. Don't worry about it.
No,
And
I
he
do
takes it.
appreciate it.
Do you all want? It is right after lunch. Most of it's still warm. If you're interested, we got loaded red peppers, loaded baby artichokes, deep fried potato wedges. We have some soups and salads as well. That's
hell
just the
yeah.
entree.
Oh
Give
my
me
god, we
some-
stumbled into an Applebee's. I love it.
Oh, I mean, only the best. Only the best is the teal crick.
Oh,
I mean, that's not even the entrees. We also have rotisserie cooked beef, a deep fried fish, pan fried frog, and roasted sausage as well.
No chicken.
Oh,
No chicken, no. Most chickens in this area don't last long. It's unfortunate.
Already been butchered for the season.
Yeah, it's, right now we're kind of low.
I would actually like some stuffed red peppers, and if I could also get a large tankard of mead as well, or cider, whichever you have.
Mead or cider? Let's see. I don't know if I have any mead. I do have some ale and some lagers. I do also a malt.
Ooh, I'll take
No,
a malt.
no mead.
I'll
All right.
take some malt.
Do you want a gallon or a pint?
A pint for
Gallon?
now. That sounds excessive.
He kind of motions to East.
I kind of look at
Is-
East at the same time.
Is
as
it
you look at East?
is it a good drink?
It's the Prone Pike malt it's a poorly brewed dark amber malt. Unfortunately, it's a little on our lower end. Most people say it's bitter with a sweet finish.
Okay, I will. I'll take a gallon as well, please.
A gallon. Are you? I assume you're sharing, right? So a gallon for all of you. Or
I like look at everyone.
Charlie's just waiting to order his own drink.
Yes, yeah, we can.
I mean, we do have the house ale. If
share.
that's our special. That
Ooh,
we have.
Can I get a gallon of that instead?
Oh yes. See, that is finely brewed. It's brewed here at least, especially. They say it's a sour light ale with notes of malt and a sweet finish.
That sounds wonderful. A gallon, please.
You have
That will be 2 silver and 8 copper. And sir, do you want to buy any alcohol with that? And I assume you still want the loaded red pepper.
Oh yes, of course. And I would also take a pint of that ale.
Which ale? The
I'll
house
actually take. I'll take the house brew. I'll go ahead and try
All
our
right.
local special.
Let's see here. That will be 5 copper and 1 silver, sir. He's pointing at Elsburn. And for you, the gallon of our home ale, our house ale, is 2 silver and 8 copper.
I give him 3 silver.
Watching East do this, I'm gonna nudge Tarathi. Like, this is what this happens in cities. Having too much access can grant a problem with having too much excess. And I kind of nudge him about it and kind of point to the fact that he's like buying an aquarium of booze.
Tarathi's gonna give you a look and say, "I'm familiar with buying alcohol," and he's gonna come up and ask if they have any top shelf whiskey.
Oh, whiskey. I do have a house whiskey. It's a rye whiskey. A shot. You want a shot or a bottle, sir?
A bottle, please.
That'll be 9 silver and 4 copper.
fucking bunch
Okay,
of
so
alcoholics, dude.
You all are spending. I am so happy. Do you guys need anything else? None of you have really ordered food except for this fine gentleman.
Do you have juice? I'll take juice.
Juice. I mean, we have water and milk.
Water's fine then.
No, that's only 3 copper.
Here you go.
Thank
Can
you.
you put up a list of the food?
Yeah.
I can actually. Let's see if this.
Tarathi with.
Let's see how good this works. Should I send it through Discord?
Yeah, just put
Or
it in
should I
Discord, probably.
That's fine.
Let's see how that works. It's over 2,000 characters.
Just put it in
Are you guys
bits and
done with the
pieces.
beer? Because I could just do the food.
Yeah, just do the food.
Okay, I'll just do the food then.
I think that's what we're primarily worried about.
I mean, I don't know if East is
There
done
we
with the beer, but
All right, there's the food menu that they have for the day. The loaded red pepper, loaded baby artichokes, the deep fried potato wedges. They have a sausage chowder, a grilled rabbit with iceberg salad, a rotisserie cooked beef, deep fried fish, pan fried frog, and roasted sausage.
Tarathi would like to get the roasted sausage and
All right, that'll be 1 silver,
and the loaded red peppers.
and that'll be a copper, I believe, or was that silver? That was also silver, so that'd be 2 silver.
Oh my God. I want to make
Cool.
stuffed bell peppers now. Holy shit.
Yeah, reminds me of my.
Oh man,
I haven't had this since I was a kid.
Venti orders the grilled rabbit and iceberg salad.
same.
That's 6 copper.
Don't
for
want
each
to
of you.
fill up on food when I could have booze.
All right. Did everybody everybody you can kind of see what's on the thing and just take out the appropriate price.
Mhm.
If anybody wants any more alcohol,
I
like
guess.
individual,
Should be
let me
good.
know.
Well, just a round of shots for my friends here. Whatever the like normal shot drink is here. Just a round for them for another thank you.
Oh, okay, yes. I'll do the. I think the mug gin will be fine. Actually, you know what? Let's go top shelf. It'll be on me. And he pours you this gin. It's it's only 9 copper, so it's not really the most expensive he has lied, but he pours you
Gin.
this poorly. You could tell it's poorly made gin, but you know he's giving it to you on the house. So
I'm not a big fan of gin either way. It's kind of that is a
No.
bitter drink.
No. yeah, so he gives you each a shot, and it's on me.
All right.
It's the least I could do for your
No.
patronage.
Now, Toast was trying to talk.
Oh, yes, Toast?
Can I get some fucking potatoes and a big hunk of fucking meat?
So the
And-
potatoes will be silver.
Oh, okay. And can I get
And
a gallon of ale?
oh yes, do you want the house ale?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
This is gonna
Alright,
turn into Venti taking care of 5 drunks on the road.
Yeah. Okay, so
It's gonna be
house ale's
4.
2 silver and 8 copper. That'll
just,
be a total of 4 silver.
I'm
for everything.
just gonna put up a gold piece. Say,
Oh, thank
the
you.
rest is for your tip.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Is there anything else I can get all of you? He kind of looks at you
I hope
almost
not.
like almost greedily now because you guys just spent so much.
He's gotten so much money. To
He has
spend
he
this
has a glint in
transaction.
his eye. His nose is a little red from greed. He's just looking at all of you.
Uh,
Anything else?
I think that should
Keep me,
be
keep me
sorry.
drunk and I'll be happy.
Okay, yes, we'll try to.
I'll keep him coming. I'll give you a tab at the end of the night. How does that sound?
I guess 2 separate tabs.
All right. Yeah.
So,
So yeah, he brings out the food. It's all pretty good. The only thing that's a little cold is if anybody got it was the fish. The fish is a little cold because it was just preheated. It's fish over rice. But everything else was pretty good. I don't know if anybody got fish, but
No.
So you said there was a stage?
yeah, you see a stage on the left-hand side when you walked in. So there's a small stage on the left-hand side there. The guy was playing the. Can't remember if it said violin or fiddle.
Venti would. So she eats her meal like she'll lift up her mask slightly and eat like under her mask, and then when she's done, she'll pat Ys on the back, and then step down and head towards him and like bow and be like, "Would you mind if I played with you? I'd like to see how music sounds together."
The guy looks around at you. The more the merrier. And he kind of just keeps fiddling around. It's like A minor, and he kind of just starts going.
She's gonna grab her brooch and then grab the lyre and pull it out and start playing.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and give me a performance check.
So +1 then as well because I grabbed the brooch.
Heck yeah, grab that brooch. So a 27. That's good stuff. What instrument did you play?
A lyre. It's like a mini harp.
A lyre. Okay, so it's like almost like a little guitar thing. All right.
No, it's a mini harp,
with-
motherfucker.
It's a harp.
Yeah,
Is that
it's
what a
like
lyre is?
yeah, it's like a mini harp.
Huh. For some reason, I thought it was like the little
No, that's a
guitar
lute.
thing.
That's a lute.
That's a lute. You're right.
You call
My
yourself a nerd?
I'm not a musical nerd, okay?
no, I'm calling you a liar.
Oh my god.
That one was awful.
Wow.
Can we
You know
actually
what?
roll for psychic damage for the first time?
Can we
Elsberg,
kill him?
You can have DM inspiration there, Elsberg. Just cause, you know. So,
Thank you. I'm gonna add it.
DM inspiration for those that don't know, we can give out DM inspiration. You can save that. There's a little checkbox. You can save that, and then you could use it to roll advantage. Or we even have it to where it's almost like a cool point. So if it's something that like technically you're not able to do, if you put in your DM inspiration, we let you do. You can do something that usually the rules wouldn't allow you to do.
Okay.
For example, like I can't even really think of anything crazy. I remember
Like if
one
I
time I
played
think
if I tried to play something for somebody important and I played like shit on the roll, I could use my DM inspiration to, instead of playing like shit, I play amazingly.
yeah.
I've also seen someone have the really cool idea of like, hey, wouldn't it be great if we had like a small amount of some kind of accelerant right now? Too bad all of our water flasks are filled with water. Or can one of them be filled with vodka? And like, suddenly
like
we
that.
have that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's almost like a twist of fate almost. That something good comes from it. So I just give them out randomly.
So as they're playing, can I pull out my blade still with its sheath on, or well, I guess it's probably cloth wrapped, but
Yeah.
and start blade singing like near them?
Yeah, sure.
That includes actual singing.
Actually, I believe you have a performance for that too. So yeah, go ahead and give me a performance. So
Hopefully it's good.
as they're rocking out, I got it that time. Gets up, and how to explain to me how you do this? And
So
and then Jin starts beating on the drum perfectly. It's like a freaking
only
band in here.
because he sees Yeast bring out his blade, he knows what's coming, so he brings out his drum.
Okay, yeah, you've seen him. You've seen him do this before, so you're kind of like, oh yeah, I know what's coming.
Yeah. So I sing as in like a chant as I'm like dancing through sword forms.
Yeah.
Tarathi's gonna watch you guys doing all this, and he's gonna try to find a more quiet corner and read a book.
Yeah. It's actually quite impressive because it's like their sword, like using the sword, but they're dancing. Like it's pretty intriguing and very transforming. Even though it was only an 11, it's still something you've never seen before. So it's still something that draws your eye. So it's still impressive. There's a couple times maybe he doesn't go with the music perfectly, but it's still pretty good.
What are you saying,
I'm
Toast?
still going to just be enthralled in eating and
All right, yeah.
ale.
All right, do you just chug your entire gallon of ale?
Hell yeah!
All right, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw as you begin drinking. I assume you're drinking as well.
I wait until the performance is done before I drink.
Therian, right? Therian?
Terathane? You can just call me Tara.
Sorry about that, Terathane. How were you taking shots, or were you just drinking straight out the gallon pitcher that they gave you?
Just drinking straight out of it.
Okay, yeah, you take the pitcher and you're just like, you're doing this. You kind of spill it up your nose, and as you do, you just get like woozy. Everything starts spitting. You're only about like not even half through the thing, and you're effed up. You are officially drunk, which is poisoned. So you're like, you have disadvantage on all like ability checks. So you are drunk. You can continue drinking, but you do feel it.
Cool. That's about like I am IRL. It's great.
All right. Hell yeah. All right. So everybody's kind of finishes their performance. The guy on the violin or fiddle, I can't remember what I said. So he's been switching back and forth. He's like, shaking your hands like, y'all did good. You're all great. Maybe we should join a band. I mean, we could travel, see the world, make some money.
We are doing that ourselves, but in a different way. I play for fun. But you are very good. Right. You are very good.
You as well.
That honestly was one of the best sessions I've ever had with anybody. Jin,
yes.
You were kept beat. East. That was East.
East. Oh no.
That's
East.
That's
you're make good now, bitch.
That was something different. I'm not saying it was bad. It caught me off guard. I've never seen something like that. So it's very intriguing.
Most people haven't seen that form of swordplay before. I'll show you again sometime.
Yes, it seems we have something to keep our minds around campfire now. I'm very excited. That was very nice. Thank you all.
My
It's
pleasure.
just funny
I
that
got
so
bored
much
in
of our
the
group.
back country, so that's where I learned to play the drum just to keep my mind busy.
Yeah, left drum, right drum was very hard to play. Very impressive. She wasn't trying to be
He
condescending.
kept the beat. He did keep the
Oh,
beat
that was
perfect.
good though.
She
That was
Jordan.
she actually like meant it, but she said it like it sounded like she was trying to be condescending, but she's not trying to be condescending.
Jin's just gonna repeat something in Orcish and pretty much just call her a dumb bitch and then turn around and walk away.
So if anybody speaks Orcish, you hear him say
She
that.
repeats it back. No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't know what it is.
How good would that be?
What?
It is odd that we find ourselves with so many bards all at once, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Oh, I'm not a bard. I'm a wizard.
What is a bard?
Oh,
Which is a bard. Bard is
someone
someone
who,
who trains heavily
Go
with
ahead.
instruments and magic alongside music.
Oh.
They're quite interesting to run across.
Oh, that's very interesting. That's not how we were explained to it as kids. It's very interesting. Bard is what you call it, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
They called us war chanters where I come from.
Raised by
Bard
battle
comes out
bards,
a little
then.
bit better, though. I do like that much. It's not as intimidating as war chanter.
Yes.
Fair.
It definitely has a different ring to it.
Yes, I don't think I will be introducing myself anymore as a war chanter. So thank you for that, Bard. Okay.
I nod and turn back to my book. I start writing down all the stuff that happened that day.
Yeah. As the night continues, you all start drinking. Whoever is consuming lots of alcohol, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw. And if you continue to drink after you're drunk, let me know.
Trophy
I'll
is basically just
probably-
doing. Trophy is
Go
just
ahead.
occasionally sipping from his flask, and if it empties, he refills it. But he's been taking his time throughout the night.
All right, so you're just kind of drinking casually, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
East, by the way, when we got those free shots, you knew that Jin doesn't drink, and you just look down the bar and he slides it down the bar.
Oh yeah, I'm drinking that. I'm drinking heavily, bro.
I assume at this
Yeah.
point we see Terra like doing a boat rock in their chair right now.
Yeah, they're pretty messed up. They've been drinking. Do you continue to drink afterwards, right? After you got drunk?
Should I?
I mean, if you want, it's up to you. You can either the room's starting to spin, you're feeling good, and they're like, "Hey, come on, man, one more shot. Come on, just one more. What could happen? Come on."
What's the worst that could happen?
Literally a
All
lot.
right,
Yep.
all right. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. All right. Is everybody else? Yeast, you actually end up drinking. Do you want to start with the gallon first, and then work your way to
I'll
the bottles?
start with the gallon. I'll work with my way to the bottles.
For a small guy, he finished like. Are you taking the shot, or are you drinking straight out of the gallon, like the other one?
So I took 2 shots. One that he offered, and then
Okay,
I
so the
took
free one.
Jin's as well, and then I'm just straight out of the jug for the gallon.
All right. Yeah. Instead of like, he's like drinking it like, this is delicious. He takes some 3 shots, and then he starts drinking. He starts getting like drunk, like probably about halfway through that gallon. He's like pretty drunk. He drinks quite a bit. For a smaller dude, he's drinking a lot.
I'm gonna drink the rest of the gallon.
All right, you can continue. All right, go ahead and give me another con
fuck
save.
Yeah, I am.
Venti will look at Terra and like kind of sit next to him and what is the, what is the point of drinking? I don't understand. If it doesn't it just hinder your abilities?
Yeah, but it's fun.
Sit next to a drunk woman to ask about drinking.
right?
Fun.
I think Ellsburn accidentally ends up drunk because he doesn't drink often.
Trust
He
will
just
come
gets
stay with
drunk.
Elsburn.
Jin has already gone to his room at this point, by the way.
So does East?
Oh, so you
does East
all right? So you
throw up?
go to your room.
Tarad?
I think he is used to this sort of thing, so he doesn't throw up. He's just gone. When you look over at him, his eyes are just almost closed. They're like barely open. He's like
just-
stumbling across the room. At one point, he ends up walking outside, and you have to like bring him in. Like, come on, come sit down. Come on, buddy. Yeah.
Very confused at how this is all fun. I'm still trying to figure that out.
That's
Alright.
something you kind of got to experience for yourself if you really want to understand it, but it's not for everyone.
Maybe another time. I'll stick
Okay,
with my
so-
water.
So Ys and Terathane are the only two that got like drunk. Right, everybody else kind of just casually drank.
I had water.
Okay, you had water.
Jin didn't drink a thing.
Okay, neither did Jen. Yeah, he went up after you ate. Elsburn and Thorati? Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
Torathy.
Thrath.
Trathy.
Read with your
Right.
glasses. Click.
I know. I know.
I
What
drank
do you guys do?
casually.
Okay,
I was
you
gonna
drank
sit
casually.
next to Elsburn and ask him to tell me more about fungi and write it all down.
Oh, I start drinking, and giving me a tangent probably gets me even more drunk because I'm not monitoring myself anymore. So I should probably
Yeah.
do a con save.
Go ahead.
But
Yeah.
I'm ranting about how fascinated I am with mycelium and all the different strands. I tell them, did you know there's even types of mushrooms that can alter your mind like alcohol can? Some make you hallucinate. Some can increase your magical potency for short periods of time. And I'm just going on all the crazy effects that I found
Oh, yeah.
that mushrooms and funguses can do to a person. And
Yeah, you keep it down well. You remember most of the conversation, and eventually you kind of all slowly, one by one, head upstairs. And Ys and
My dad wants you
Terathane, can you
to
both roll me?
Make
A
a
D8.
Christmas list on Amazon.
Yes, I can.
yes, I can. Yes, I can.
5 and 3.
I like how that's a
All
crit
right.
fail dice that we have. You can make them roll.
So,
for that.
Terathane, you wake up the next morning like in a
Just
ditch.
do a bunch of shit.
You don't know where you're at. You're
Has to
just
be a
kind of
list.
like,
It has
where
to be
am
a
I?
random bunch of shit.
What's going on?
Would I be able to, because I've
you're
been
on
traveling with
Amazon?
East and Terra, because I only need
If
4
not,
hours,
add it
would
to
I
your
have
list.
time to wander around at night and bring them back?
I would say you'd have to give me an investigation, but initially they wake up. They're gonna wake up drunk. He's on the other hand. You wake up in bed with a halfling woman who has a ring on
Okay.
her finger, by the way, who looks extremely drunk, has a like red nose from being so drunk. Just wakes up in bed next to you as you wake up in the morning. You can give me a
Do-
performance for that if you really want to know how good you did, with disadvantage because you were drunk.
Do it!
Honestly, it's more along the lines of like that is a very small person.
That was perception,
bad.
not performance.
Not bad.
Oh, hold on. That was the wrong one.
Oh yeah.
Performance.
Oh,
11.
okay, yeah, not
too
bad. Not
You're
too bad.
average, my friend.
You know, like you were drunk, so oh wait, actually the other one would have been terrible. You would have had a 5. So
Yeah.
11's not bad, and it brought up, so you got to roll, buddy. 2d4 plus 1.
Oh jeez.
Sorry.
God.
Sorry. So I don't get wasted, man. I don't know.
10.
Hey!
We do 2d4 plus 1. I thought now.
Oh, is it +1?
Yeah.
Yeah. 7.
7.
So not bad. Not bad. Sorry, guys. Anyway, yeah.
No, he's not.
You're not sorry. You do all right. You had a good night. You wake up. This halfling woman is laying in bed next to you.
Is she asleep still?
They are still asleep, snoring loudly.
This is not.
And
This is not good.
I'll say, Jen, with the investigation of 20, you did hear the house was a rockin'. But you didn't go in knocking because you know that's rude. But you did end up finding Therathane in a ditch. You ended up finding her in the middle of the night with throw up all over her front side. You ended up bringing her back to her room. So
By the way, I would have dragged him back by his foot.
In proper dwarvish style.
yeah, you just drag them by their foot, and they're just like, stop it.
As is tradition.
Yeah, probably said a few things that people around you were like, "What is going on here?" Got a couple bad looks, but you made it back. So you're, instead of waking up in a ditch, you're covered in mud. And Jin, do you write a letter telling them where you found them?
Nope.
Nope. So you just wake up covered in mud and throw up.
I'd probably have him in a corner somewhere inside the bar.
All right. All right. So you're in the bar. We didn't. Covered in mud. So you all wake up in the morning, and I think we're going to start with East. You have a halfling woman there
with a ring on her finger.
With a ring on her finger, which I rolled for, by the way.
I would be. Is this still at night or morning? No.
This is the morning.
Okay, I would be up and like at the bar drinking water and had breakfast.
Mm-hmm. The breakfast is leftovers from last night that they reheat, so it's not the best, but
it's a bar.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna wake said halfling up.
She kind of just like, she gives you a look. Let's see if she knows who you are. I'm gonna actually roll this in front of you. I'm just gonna roll d20. You're low. She doesn't remember you at all. High. She remembers you.
Natural 1, please.
Oh!
Okay, she remembers you. She kind of remembers. She's like, she just gives you a wink. Tomorrow, same time.
If I'm here.
And she just gets dressed and walks out. Like, see you tomorrow, and just walks out.
A drunken mistake is a drunken mistake, but to do that knowingly, that halfling woman has low morals.
Apparently, she's not happy with her marriage. I don't know. I rolled for it. I don't know.
Jin will instantly walk into the room after she walks out.
Okay, yeah. After she walks out, Jin walks in.
Did you really just make that happen?
I'm sorry. Did I make what happen?
I'm not stupid. I heard it. I was gonna check on you to make sure you were still alive, but then I heard it.
Oh yes, I'm doing quite well. A little hungover.
He throws
very hungover.
Jin's gonna throw him his water skin and then walk out the door.
Does it smell like bad decisions in there?
I mean, your performance, I would assume you're super sweaty.
Yeah. It's pretty smelly in there. It was an average night.
It's like sweat after drinking.
Breathing.
It's like drink sweats. Oh. You smell pickled.
Venti sees the halfling girl doing the walk of shame ish and like looks at oh, that's weird. Why does she not have shoes on? Why are her shoes in her hands? Oh, that's weird. Okay.
By the way, if you would have rolled a 1, I had it. You wake up in bed with someone you really shouldn't. A married person of a prominent figure. So that would have been bad.
That would have been hilarious.
Very bad, but hilarious. All right, yeah.
I'll head downstairs to get some food.
I guess depending on how I assume that takes a little bit to happen. So in the meantime, while Venti waits, she would kind of scour the town for a bookstore.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me. Would you wake up early as well?
I know he's gonna look for a bookstore as soon as he wakes up. I'm not sure when he woke up.
All right, I'll say you and Venti kind of leftover breakfast. We're discussing looking for a bookstore, and go ahead. One of you can do it with advantage, or you each can roll, whoever wants to do it.
You roll with advantage.
I roll with advantage. Okay. Investigation?
Yep.
Find a bookstore. 17. You didn't need no advantage. Venti tried to lead you down the wrong wrong street. Anyway,
Oh,
uh,
you didn't know that? No, I showed
yeah,
him where not to go.
you work your way through, and there is a little one-story building made of entire wood, no stone on it at all. It's got like a gray shingle almost on the front. There's only one window, and it's in the front. And yeah, it's called the Badger's Books.
Okay. I go in and ask to see if they have books on the history of Kurell.
Yeah, there's an older. It's probably like in his 50s. Well, she's in her 50s. She kind of. What subject are you looking for there? Just
few.
in
History?
general. Any specific races? Anything specific? My library isn't very extensive. I probably only have 4 or 5 books concerning that. I could let you look at them all.
That would be nice. And I was also wondering if you happen to have any books on the monsters or animals that live in the area.
Oh, I might have something. Maybe not the area, but I have. You want actual creatures or legendary creatures?
Actual creatures.
Okay, yes, I assume so. It seems like you're an astute learner. And she gets some books. She brings like 5 books. One of them is pertaining towards like the dwarven history, at least what very little they will actually give out. And the rest of it's just like basically the human empire of Kurell within the like last 500 years, and about the journey from Larenthia, and yeah, and the discovery of mana stones. You know, the reasons why they started colonizing this continent.
I'm definitely interested in that one. I'll ask her how much it costs.
This one is 3 silver. It's called To Kurell and Back, and it's by like some like I don't even know that I should probably have got a name for it, but it doesn't have an author. I guess they'll say it doesn't have an author's name for it.
By Hilbo Haggins.
Hilbo Haggins. Sure.
Called there again.
Somebody you can see
Human's
that
Journey.
written on pencil. Like there's no actual author, but somebody wrote that in pencil underneath it. And yeah, you can go ahead and take that book. 2 silver, like 3 silver. I said sorry about that. And yeah, add that to your inventory.
And then there was the book of local creatures, animals.
Local creatures. There's just like the many beasts of Kurell is one of them, and one of them's like the natural wildlife and fauna of Kurell. Are the 2 books that they have.
I'll try to pick up both.
All right, yeah. They're both 2 silver each, so that's another 4 silver.
Okay. And I'll thank her, and she's been quite helpful.
Oh yeah, no problem there, sir. And for you,
Miss.
They can't tell what you want.
Yeah.
Miss. Because your face is covered.
I don't know what language it is. But if I repeat it back to you, do you think maybe you could help?
I only know 3, so you can give me. I could give it a try.
Okay. Somebody in my group called me and then she'll say it back in Orcish.
Let me roll to see if this language is Orcish. Okay, so I'm rolling this out in front of you for transparency. Okay.
Oh, I love that though.
High means she knows it. Low means she doesn't know it. All right. Oh man, she did medium. I'm not sure what. I think it's Orcish, but I don't know what it says. I could get you a book about Orcish. I think we have the basic letterings of Orcish over here. I could get it for you if you want to learn.
Sure, yeah, I would like to. I'm trying to be more astute. That way, if people compliment me, I don't, take it the wrong way.
Oh, yes. Oh shit! I just changed her to like a young lady instead of an old lady. Yes.
Oh wow, you
Yeah.
also used transformation magic. That's so cute.
Oh,
Um,
thaumaturgy.
that, and then I'm looking for like things about magic. Anything like weird magic, teleportation magic, kind of like the weirder magic of the world, not your typical like fireball or anything like that. I'm looking for the weird, kind of out of the ordinary spells. Not to learn, more to like read about.
Oh, so you don't want like scrolls, spell scrolls. You
No,
want actual
I do
the
not.
history
Correct.
of these
I do
things.
not intend to learn it. I've tried many times before, and it just
Um,
doesn't stick.
let me take a look of what I have, and let me roll another dice. This one I'm gonna hide though.
So you can lie about it.
Yes.
No, you could look on the stream if you really want to look and cheat.
That's metagaming.
She comes back. Actually, I do have quite a bit about powerful magics. It's mana and how to control it. That's what the book's about.
Oh yes. I'll take both of those books then.
Yes, it's called the Arcanum of Mana, and then the other one is just it's a very dry read. Are you sure you want to read this?
Yeah, like I said, a friend of mine said that to me. I just want to make sure, I'm not being rude by not saying anything back to him.
All right. So for learning a language, I'm going to have it to where the book is like 10. I'm taking 10 silver, so a gold. Okay. So you can do a gold, and then we'll do. I'm not sure how many hours yet. We'll work on. We'll have like an hourly like check for like how many hours you put in reading a book.
Okay.
So
I'll
work on that.
All in all for both books.
That's 1 gold for that book, and then it'll be 2 silver for the magic book.
Here's 2 gold. I learned recently that it is proper to tip when you get things. So here you go.
Thank you, ma'am. And then Elsburn, I already told you your prices, right?
For the staff?
Wait, no, not my bad. It was Tarathi.
I was about to say, I was still at the end. I just got up. I'm still puttering around at the end.
She did. My bad. I did have one more book I wanted to look for.
All right, yeah. What was it?
I want to ask if there's any books about the gods of the region, specifically Lillian.
I do have Lillian's Bible, her specific Bible here, and I do have like a basic religion of like all religion.
How much for both?
They're 3 silver each. 3 silver each, dear.
I would be willing to pitch in for one because I am also very interested actually in the religions. They fascinate me.
That'll be 3 silver each then.
If you don't mind, Torth.
Oh, of course.
Okay. I plan to start reading right away, especially the orcish one. Do not want to be rude. Like I said, being rude is one of the greatest sins, I think.
All right, yeah. They hand you the books, and
yeah. Then
you guys get your books. You collect it, and while you guys are out doing that, Yeast, you're probably still sleeping. You're probably just waking up at the end of this. So while they're asleep, what are the others doing as they're sleeping? Out shopping, do anything? Just chilling? What's going on?
I'm probably just now getting up, and I'm probably eating breakfast kind of slowly. I got drunk. I didn't really get like blacked out, but I do probably am a little hungover. And I'm actually going to go ahead and bust out an item of mine and see if I see anything nearby, just like a local internal thing, if I can get it to.
You know which direction the nearest one is.
Oh, okay. I'm going to use it to kind of snoop that out.
I would say the closest you have is probably southwest from here.
Does it seem like it's still in town, or does it not
You
really tell
can't
me?
you can't discern direct. You can only discern direction, not exactly where. So southwest.
Okay,
You're not
I'll start with walking
it could
southwest through town then.
it could literally be like literally 3 feet away, like, or it could be 3 miles or 3 days, 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 years.
It's literally just a compass then.
It's literally just the compass to the closest.
Okay, all right. I'll probably do a small walk to that and see if it seems like there's anything nearby, and occasionally kind of turn the compass to make sure it's
All right, yeah. Give me an investigation.
All right. Blurp.
Right, 6. With 6, you're walking through the town. It takes you about an hour, and eventually you come to like a house that is just right on the edge of town. It's kind of got like it's like almost a weak point in the defensive systems, but it's like definitely avoided. The house looks broken down and abandoned. It looks to be coming from that, but it did take a couple hours to get here.
I'm gonna go ahead and poke around. I feel like we're waiting around for the guard to come back for the day anyway, so I figure I've got time.
So you walk up. You walk up on the porch. You don't really see anything. The door it appears to be closed. The windows appear to be boarded up.
I'll knock first, just in case there's somebody squatting.
You knock. How long do you wait?
I'll wait a good 2 minutes, and then I kind of like just push the door open to see if it just kind of opens or just falls in or whatever.
Yeah, you knock. Nobody comes in the 2 minutes, and you try to push on the door. It stays still. You try the knob. It is actually locked.
Well, obviously someone is staying here, or it's still owned property. I'll probably do a quick walk around the edge of the house to see if I see any like major holes, or if I see what I'm looking for on the outside of the house.
All right.
And
As you walk around,
I'll probably go back.
yeah. As you go ahead and give me a perception as you walk around the house. Give it a look over. It's just a quick look. As you're walking around the house, so you're just kind of looking for pretty much any entrance. You do see that one of the upper floor windows is like not barred. You don't see any light or anything, but you do see like old not algae, but like vines kind of growing up, like down that to the ground. So you could climb it.
You know what? I'll go for it. I'm gonna climb the vines and look in
All
the
right,
window.
yeah. Go ahead and give me an athletics as you try to climb this this stuff. Okay. With a 10, you start climbing, and as you do, you get about like halfway up, and it's not very tough, so it kind of starts tearing. Do you continue to go up, or do you go down as it starts like falling off the side?
I probably try to climb a little bit faster to see if I can get up there before it yanks
Go ahead
out
and
of
give me
the grout.
Go ahead and give me a dex save then to see if you make it up or if you fall on your butt.
Oh,
okay, so you're trying to climb up and you fall and that's about 10 feet. So you take 2 damage as you like kind of fall and this vine gets caught on your foot and you just like fall and you like hit your shoulder. You kind of pop it out of place for a second. You pop it back in. It burns.
Damn
and
it.
your only way up appears to be gone.
I start kind of like walking crankly back to the end, thinking I might come back for it later, but for now it doesn't seem like I'm gonna get in. I may need to ask a guard for help.
All right,
and permission.
All right, yeah. So it's only like a 10-minute walk, but it took you an hour because you were like, so you'd walk 10 more minutes back into town, back into the Teal Gurk, and at that point, everybody would be gathered around, together, and unless there's anything else people want to
do. No.
I would have been already nose deep in the book, learning.
Yep.
All right. All right. I'll say you got an hour in so far. So go ahead and write that in.
Yep.
You got 30 minutes. I'll do that stuff later. So we'll work it out after this session. All right. So you guys just wait around the rest of the day? Is there anything specific you guys want to do?
Just read and drink.
Right.
Would
I'm probably
Jin
gonna
notice? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Moot.
No, you're fine, bro.
Would Jin notice Venti reading said Orcish book?
Go ahead.
Are you reading it just in the bar, Jordan?
I mean, the book is down, like words are out, and she's like writing things as she goes in a language. In a language I assume you cannot read.
I know Orcish, Elvish, and Common, so yes, I do know it.
No, you can't read what she's writing.
Oh, she's not doing it.
She's
in
not
language
writing it in
Orcish.
Orcish. She's transferring it into a different.
So
language.
you can see her
now
in the notebook. Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation to see if you even realize like what they're writing about. I'd say you see that she is definitely writing a different language. And just looking at the book, it's in Common, so it's from she's reading something in Common and studying about something, but you don't know exactly what language it is.
Okay.
It was a DC 16. My bad. Alrighty. So yeah, you're kind of doing that for about 30 minutes, and you hear the door open. You see the captain come in. He comes in. He finds you. He's like, "Oh, Venti, right?"
Yes. 1 second. Let me just finish this real quick. And okay, done. And she shuts the book and puts it away. Yes. What can I do for you?
We had some of our. Fuck, I forgot his voice. I know it was deeper. I think it was like this.
Yep.
I can't remember.
No, it was old. The captain was old.
Captain was old.
It was also
old.
gravelly, like a deep version of Draven.
Old gravelly, like this, maybe. I don't remember. This is gonna be good enough. I forget, man.
Voices are so easy.
I usually write down my voices, but it's hard to get this voice. Like I have it written down, old man gruff, and I'm like, can't get it perfect. Anyway, well, we had an Arcana send a message. They were wanting to send that box to Theolin. If you don't mind, you could get a job, get some money out of it if you finished a delivery. You just need to take it to the. Let me look up the name real quick. The Rosaire. Just look for the Rosaire in Theolin.
Sure. Did they say what the reward, I guess, was for it? I'm not huge into rewards, but I would like my newfound companions to possibly come along, and maybe some of them would like to know as well.
Let me check my notes. He pulls out his book.
AKA, let the DM check his notes.
Right?
It's crazy. Every major character has a notebook. It's really weird.
I mean, he had a notebook earlier that he was writing everything in. So, it'll be 500 gold. So that's about 100 gold each. But it's apparently extremely delicate information.
Yeah, I feel fairly protected with those around me. The dwarf seems to be able to hold their liquor, which I hear is a good thing. The
dwarf can't hold her fucking liquor.
Wizard, I think, is made of liquor. We have two people of nature, so I mean, the storms can't hurt us, right? That's how that works. And then there's the tall, brooding one who seems to do something. Maybe he can be intimidating. I'm not sure. He doesn't talk very much. It's very weird.
Yes, tall and brooding, a thing and stuff.
Yeah. Would you be willing to take this on? It's it can be quite dangerous.
Would,
Um,
I know this is a
you-
lot to ask. Would there be a possibility of us getting maybe a horse or a wagon? I would be willing to prepay and then come back and pay for the remainder.
it could come out of your reward if each of you took it now.
I mean, I would at least like to get one. It would speed up the process. I could talk to them before officially accepting it as a group. Can I let you know by the day's end?
Of course, yes. Just I need to tell you this. He kind of leans in and whispers to you. Now, carrying this could be extremely dangerous. What I was told is you could be attacked by, I mean, I guess someone like the individual that attacked the caravan. So be very careful. Try to keep it out of sight as well, if possible.
Oh, of course. Yes, I could easily do that. Like I said, liquor wizard and dwarf, tall and brooding, and nature defenders. I think I'm very safe. And I do.
Liquor, I hardly know her. Sorry.
Wow.
Can you take
That's what
away his
happened last
DM
time.
Can I take
inspiration?
away inspiration? You get one, okay? Two, I don't know. Oh, shit.
Just let me. I will let them know of the dangers, of course. They're all adventurers, and I feel like we know dangers around every corner could happen.
He kind of just nods at you. All right. Just come let me know before you leave.
Of course.
Maybe stop by the apothecary before you leave.
For what reason?
Well, it's pretty dangerous. People are after you. Probably get some potions.
Oh yes, that would probably be smart.
For some reason he called it potion seller. I don't know what is the deal with that.
Oh,
Yes!
I've been there.
get it?
I actually bought a potion from him. It's funny because he's a potion seller in a cellar. It is
Yes.
in common. It is a play on words. It is very funny. It's very good.
Yes.
I like the name, but that video goes on way too long. It stops being funny after like 30 seconds.
Though he
But like,
always claimed that his potions were too strong, but I did convince him to let me buy one. It was very fascinating.
Yes, he does that to everyone when they first come in. I don't know what his deal is.
I think he likes to haze people. It's very weird.
I think that's what he gets it to where you pay more, I believe, is his tactic. Because if you've noticed, he tries 75 gold on me the other day. I was like, that's too much for a healing potion.
I believe he jests most of the time, but it seems like a bad business practice. But I will before we go on and on about this amazing potion seller in the cellar, I will get back to you at day's end.
All right. And with that, we're going to end it a couple minutes early. And we'll catch you next, Thursday, I believe, right?
Yep.
And
Mhm.
actually, I should be good for next week on the 20th because plans have been changed. So if everybody else, we should be here the 20th and Thursday.
Okay.
does this mean next time they will be starting off with the potion seller meme just fucking everywhere?
Maybe.
Fella.
We
be-
might skip time a little bit if you don't want to deal with that, but yeah.
No, you're fine. As long as it doesn't. That video is like 30 minutes long. I swear to God.
We should just play that video. Honestly. All right.
That should
we
be our
all have a good one.
background.
We-
Oh God, this background music.
You guys have a good one, and we'll see
Yeah.
y'all next time.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Wash your
Have a
hands.
good night, everybody.
Watch your damn hands.